Former Cowboys quarterback and CBS Sports NFL analyst Tony Romo has been placed on leave from his role until further notice. That following his OWI arrest in Milwaukee. Former Houston Texans defensive end and CBS play-by-play analyst J.J. Watt. He's going to take Tony's role as the lead analyst with Jim Nantz and Tracy Wolfson until further notice.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yeehaw, everybody, we made it. It's Friday.
Yeehaw.
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 You gotta get a yeehaw.
Uh-huh.
It's Friday, baby.
Dude, it's a getaway Friday.
It is. We got some traveling to do.
Yep. But this time on Monday, we're in Oxnard, California. Dallas Cowboys Training Camp, ready to go, and it's just kind of been an interesting day around the office. Just some of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Joe gets some random mail.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see what I'm talking about here.
Hang on. People, go to YouTube real quick. sasportstar.com and then click through, or if you're on YouTube, just search out San Antonio Sports Star. You know, but my partner here did go into the RCW Hall of Fame last week, and he got a mask in the mail today.
Well, it's a luchador mask.
Uh-huh. Right?
And from a real smart-ass person that I know pretty well.
Oh,
and,
okay. Not named Gillespie.
No. She sent the Snuggie.
So Reinagel, his wife's been out of town. He's going to greet her at the door tomorrow wearing the mask and the Snuggie, and that's it.
Well, I think she'd be thrilled. Are you kidding me? And since I have to pick her up at the airport, I should probably just wear that there.
I mean, you could.
Get out, just hug her, and
absolutely. You got a mask on. Everything would technically be covered with the Snuggie.
Well, it would be, except my hiney.
Yeah. You're not worried about that.
Well, not really. No, not at all. But Cale, thank you for the mask. You thought it was funny. You know, I take that Wrestling Hall of Fame thing very seriously.
As you should.
People want to joke and make fun. That's fine. She called me some kind of the flying cheese.
The
in
flying
Spanish.
cheese ball.
I don't think she mentioned ball, but cheese. Yeah,
let's just add it in there with your Snuggie.
Might as well.
Everybody in wrestling's got a shtick.
I don't know that I'll ever wear this thing, but
oh, you should.
You never know.
I mean, you should.
I'll take it to the rudder room.
Well, that's just normal at the rudder room.
Yeah, whatever.
Which will be there Sunday night. The sad part is, like, Pledge is like, I want to wear it. Other people in the office, oh, dude, you got a mask. I want to wear it. It's just bizarre.
It is kind of cool, and if it wouldn't, just mess up my hair, I'd put it on right now.
Oh, put it on.
No,
just put it on.
Can't do it.
It won't mess up your hair.
Can't do it.
Nothing messes up your hair except Sydney.
Ooh, well, some things you take one for the team.
Yes. Yeah, it is. End of August.
End of August.
You guys should join us out at Circa Las Vegas.
It's been a weird day, though, that's for sure. A lot of stories being told around the office today. I think everybody's happy it's Friday, as most people are. And so, it's one of those days. Everybody's in a good mood.
Out of curiosity, based on one of the conversations that we were having earlier today, do you guys answer spam calls and then mess with the people on the other end? I don't. I never even answer them. And if I randomly accidentally do, I hang up pretty quick. I generally don't spend enough time on there to or think about messing with them. But even to the point where apparently one's teenager, their friends, they have like other devices with sound effects ready to go. Like they look forward. Now, granted, when you're, I guess, a teenager, you look forward to the spam calls. And you have audio clips and other things ready to go just to mess with the people that are spam calling you.
Dude, I've seen some great videos on Instagram and some of the other socials where these people mess with spam callers, and it's hilarious. I mean, it's funny as hell, and I think nobody likes to get that. And what irritates me, like I got one today. I'm getting ready and getting ready for work, and I get a spam call, local number. I answer it, and you hear this. Like it's taking them, they got to get over from wherever the hell they were to get over.
Somebody answered.
And I'm like, hello, and nobody answers. So I get click. And it's like, what the hell? If you're going to spam call me, at least say something.
Well, I mean, that's the point. I mean,
right? Say something.
But, they're like, oh, crap, there's a fish on the line. Let me go get that. Somebody actually picked up. And then they blow the opportunity. But I am curious because, quite frankly, I've just, who has enough time in the day to talk to them or to think about how am I going to mess with the next one that calls?
Well, I mean, that's something you got to have some forethought
well, that's
into.
It. How bored are you in your life? How much time on your hands do you have where that's your daily entertainment?
I'm okay with that because they're screwing with you. They're trying to free you from your money. And I think it's great that people mess with them. And they should be messed with. Now, there's some people that, most of them are out of the country somewhere.
Okay.
But the ones that, like, you get stuff for, like, the police association wagon that you donate clothes to and stuff. And I try to be nice, but I was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's there. And then on top of that, Ryan Angle got into an argument with his car today.
No, I hurt Siri's feelings or Google or whatever the hell her name is. I'm sending a text to my wife.
She got jealous?
No, she didn't hear Siri, but I'm sending a text to her, and right at the end of the text, some lady pulls out in front of me. I said, "What the F are you doing?" And Siri comes back and says, "Well, I'm not doing anything. I was just trying to talk to you." And I'm like, I'm sorry.
You got to be nice to your car, man.
I was like, damn. Well,
Siri could shut everything down, lock you in, and turn off the AC.
I wasn't talking to Siri, but I mean.
But she took it that way?
I guess. And it's like, I apologized right away. And it's like.
You apologized to the car.
I did. I was like, I'm sorry. It wasn't for you. It was from the moron who pulled out in front of me. So it's been a day.
But you think about it, though. You piss off Siri. She could shut down your car, lock you in, and turn on the heater.
I suppose.
You cannot piss off your car.
Well, again, it was not intentional. It just the timing was bad.
You would think that she would understand situational awareness, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, she's got sensors all around the car. She probably sensed that somebody pulled out in front.
I don't know what she senses or
Anger
what her
management
feelings
classes
are.
for you.
Well, dude, I thought I was going to have an accident. Because this doofus wasn't looking, obviously, and I was like, "Hey, what the F are you doing?" And I, look at him like, "That's what." She comes back. "I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to talk to you."
And then you apologize.
Well, yes. Did
you go buy her gas or anything?
No.
Got her some donuts?
What do you get, Siri? She's got everything.
In feelings, apparently.
Apparently so. These things are getting very human-like. And I was like, damn. And I felt bad the whole rest of the way driving here to work.
You did not.
I did.
You didn't feel bad. That would mean you have some sort of heart.
Siri.
Come on.
What's the weather for? Give me the weather, darling, please. I mean, she wouldn't talk to me the whole time. I mean, it's like,
she ignored you the rest of the way.
The rest of the way.
Don't cuss out Siri.
Yeah. She does not like the F word. I learned that today.
I hope your car starts going home.
Yeah, me too. I hope it does too.
Drain that battery.
Holy cow! It could have, two flat tires, or can she summon a couple of robots to come, knife my tires and scratch the car?
Anything is possible.
Wow.
I wasn't saying anything.
I was just mad at the human who was being a moron.
And she didn't respond to that.
No.
Like, you literally.
I may have to go get some flowers or something.
I don't
know.
Not carried away. Just do a reset. Unplug it and start over.
Oh, my gosh. Unplug it, baby.
Unplug it, baby.
She'll feel better.
I don't know if Siri's that kind of girl.
I mean, clearly she's a robot.
I guess. She's as hot as that school teacher.
Well, she may be.
Woo-wee.
It depends on what model you got.
Holy
cow. It's a pretty fancy car. You better hope that you have a hot Siri. If you ever meet her in person.
Well, yeah, no kidding. I mean, the voice always sounds pretty cool, right? I mean, sounds like I used to fall for that too, though. You ever listen to the radio station back in the day, and you hear somebody with a really sexy voice, and then you see him, you go, "Whoa, what the hell was I thinking?"
Yeah, face for radio was not actually ever meant for guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Ben Brasino on YouTube says, I answer spam calls. FBI field office, Special Agent Smith, how can I help you? Yeah, that doesn't work.
I don't think it works.
That doesn't work. Although my Wi-Fi at my old house actually used to be FBI surveillance fan number 9, just to kind of freak people out in the neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so when they wanted your Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
password?
you know how like when you're looking for everybody's Wi-Fi that comes up?
Mm-hmm.
Look out, there's a fan. Is it them? Yeah, just try to be funny.
Yeah, well, sometimes it works.
And I look at a guy like Ben, and I think we all know Ben well enough, at least here at the radio station.
Uh-huh.
Ben's talking to him, hoping to see, can I take you to Picks on Saturday night? I mean, he's saying maybe there's a chance.
Maybe.
Maybe there's a chance.
Could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I got somebody to talk to.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. It's been one of those days. Hope you are all having a great day out there, whatever you're doing. It's not a weird day where, you're hurting your car's feelings and weird stories about spam calls.
I'm pretty sure that you're having a better day than Tony Romo.
Well, probably so. Poor Tony's on leave from CBS and probably done, in all seriousness.
Which, in a way, does suck. He has not been convicted of anything. And I do believe that is why he's just suspended. J.J. Watt will move up to the number 1 spot with Jim Nantz until Tony returns, if Tony returns. But he's got about 4 years and $72 million left on his contract. If CBS wanted an out, they've got it.
Because he's probably got that clause in his contract of morals or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know if... And I think it's the video that screwed him, quite honestly.
The video always screws you.
If it's not for the video, I think he's okay, but the video looked pretty bad.
Yeah, although it was entertaining. He was polite.
I thought he was.
He wasn't, but...
Didn't even look that drunk to me, to be honest with you.
That's the embarrassing part. But if CBS wanted out, then they've got it. If they didn't, depending on the conviction, right, we'll see if there's no conviction. But it looked like, in Wisconsin, your first time, it's a minor ticket and you move on with your life.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got to go to trial. I'm sure he's lawyered up with the best that there is. I mean, he can afford that. So we'll see what happens with this. But if he gets off of this thing, I mean, I don't think CBS would have a leg to stand on. I mean, they may want to try to settle with him and say, hey, Tony, it'd be best if we just parted ways. And we owe you $72 million. We'll give you $40, and we'll call it a day. It could be something like that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to continue to watch this. I'm looking at something from a tweet from our good friend John Machota today, talking to the fan there in Dallas, talking to Stephen Jones today.
Yep.
About selling a minority piece of the Dallas Cowboys, and Stephen's answer, we wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't rule out anything.
Well, that's interesting to me. That doesn't surprise you?
No.
It surprises the hell out of me.
The amount of billions that you could get just to have somebody else getting a seat in the suite?
I guess.
He's also far from done. Always looking for ways to get better.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's always there, from veteran players to trades.
Interesting. Well, the Cowboys not doing much today, just meetings and such, and interviews as well there in Oxnard at the Marriott. We're going to talk some Cowboys football because Dak Prescott did have some interesting things to say when he hit the podium yesterday. Mr. Positive, we'll hear from him when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Let's go to Vegas.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend. The Blitz will be live at Circa August 27th and 28th. And then, of course, we're staying for the weekend. So come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor, Circa Million, Circa Grandissimo are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas. More details and discounted rooms, visit circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
If you spit on me or pee on me,
there's gonna be a fight.
We are fighting, and we haven't even gotten to poop yet. And if that happens,
well, if somebody's throwing poop, I'm running.
Well,
I got other problems. Yeah. If you're gonna hit me with poop, it's gonna be on my back.
As soon as someone digs in the trousers, it comes out with a handful. You're gone. I can picture Rob like leaving his wife behind. Nope. She's like, "Where are you going?"
I got to go.
She looked over. "Where are you going, Rob?"
"Doc, honey, Doc."
You get run.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Don't miss the AJ and Rob show tomorrow morning starting at 6, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Those guys do a Saturday show now?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
Other duties as assigned.
Wow, nice.
I wonder if they know that.
I'm just curious, man. I was like, okay.
You know what, boys? Not only do you not get to go to Cowboys camp this year, you got to start working on Saturday mornings.
On Saturday morning, 6 a.m.
Woo!
Wow. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Those poor dudes.
I guarantee you Rob doesn't know that.
Rob doesn't know that.
He has no clue.
At least Rob is honest, man. He's bummed he's not going. AJ's like, I don't care. It sucks. The liar. The jealousy is ridiculous. It's almost pathetic.
Well, you know what? In a way, dude, you start a show at 4 a.m.
No, I get it.
I'm like, I don't know.
I get it. And that's what he was like. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You weren't bitching that when you were there. You know?
No,
I mean,
not at all.
About waking up at 2, but everything else in the work. But nah, I'm glad I'm not.
That's cool, dude. Whatever.
Yep.
We'll be there, and that's all that matters. So,
true.
Send in our list of hopefuls to interview.
Yep.
And so we'll see what happens with that. That's something we have to do every year. So it's all good. One of them on that list was Dak Prescott.
Of course.
And he hit the podium yesterday. And well, I mean, the one thing I say about Prescott. You know, the guy's a good quarterback. He's a good dude. He really is a good dude. And I will criticize his play on the field all day long if it warrants that. But he is a good dude, and he's a good leader, and he's a very positive dude when it comes to the Cowboys.
The idea, though, and look, Dak's been around long enough, and the criticism, playoff Prescott, and the playoff failures that the Dallas Cowboys have had, the awareness that Dak Prescott has. So he knows exactly the arrows that are going to be coming towards him by showing up wearing a Super Bowl 30 champions t-shirt. And he does not mind. He is very open this year about talking about this team and the Super Bowl.
No, not at all. I mean, I think that's as much as kind of the point I was making, if anything, is I don't care, and nobody should care within this organization or this team, because at the end of the day, we do control it. We control our chances. We control our opportunities with a little bit of luck of staying healthy. And that's kind of my point of, right, you guys are going to talk about it. You know, last year we were minus 500, and we went 3 games straight. And if you looked at any outlet, right, guys, you said we're going to win the Super Bowl because, right, we had made a trade. We were winning 3 games straight, and we were the same team. You know what I mean? Like, we just unfortunately weren't that good. We were competing, but we weren't that good to go make a run. But hell, every one of you guys were writing about it and talking about it. And so if people are going to talk about it, why can't we talk about it? It's not something that we talk about often. It's not something that it's brought up daily, I guess you can say, because we know that it's 1% better each and every day. You've got to handle your business, and if you're not competing today and iron sharpens iron, you're not going to have that opportunity or even chance. So, but yeah, to go into training camp and to go into season and say that those are our goals, I mean, it'd be stupid or we'd be remiss not to own that and take accountability in that and take pride in saying this is what we want to be and who we want to, what we want to do.
I mean, absolutely, right? I mean, you don't want to. We're hoping we're going to make the Super Bowl. We hope we make the playoff. You got to be confident, and you got to have that going into training camp, and everybody does. I mean, I would assume the Jets even are saying that, even though they have no chance in hell.
And again, though, I mean, I think if it weren't for Dak Prescott and the playoff failures, you would say, man, I appreciate the confidence that my quarterback has. But there is a lot of Super Bowl talk. You turn it on ESPN, you watch Fox, you watch Barstool. The Cowboys are a part of that conversation. Now, could be coming with a little bit of a chuckle as well. And look, it's what I hear somebody call it the Rams Invitational. Sure, it's the Rams to lose, but man, I'm trying to remember the last time the preseason Super Bowl favorite actually won the Super Bowl. You know, that doesn't happen often because you have to be healthy. Nobody had Seattle as a Super Bowl team a year ago. Nobody had New England as a Super Bowl team going into last season, just like nobody had the San Antonio Spurs as a team that could get to the NBA Finals going into last season. But Dak Prescott pointed out he's going into year 11. He doesn't have a lot of time to be patient, if you will.
Yeah, definitely less patient. However, it is still a process. It's still a process. And, you know, as I said it's not something I'm gonna get up here and talk about every single time on the podium. You know, this is the first time me talking to you guys since training camp began, and obviously since wearing the shirt. And yeah, those are the expectations. As I said, you know, when you're watching the playoffs or you're not getting to even compete for it, you know, that sucks. It's terrible. And so just to have everybody on the same accord, everybody having the same standard is the way that it has to start. But at the end of the day, it is about getting 1% better. And, you know, we're only going to get there is if we win each rep, we win each drill individually, and then that carries over into, you know, offense trying to win each play against the defense and them doing the same, and that's where the iron sharpens iron happened. And it is a process. You know, we're going to have days, and hopefully we're going to have, you know, a couple of days where they get the best out of us, and we can't let that, you know, deter our beliefs and who we are and what we're going to try to accomplish and our strengths, and vice versa. You know, we've got some great guys on offense, and so when we're attacking them and we're having the better days, they can't get down on themselves. You know, they got to live and learn from it, and that's the whole thing of the whole point of this training camp is it's about not beating each other up, but getting the most out of each other by being physical, pushing our limits, and seeing which and what each unit can do, but more importantly, the identity of the team that we're going to create.
Which is going to be interesting to see, and that whole process begins on Monday because that's when they'll put on the pads. That's when they'll start that physical play. And that's when it will look more like real football than it has up to this point in time. It's funny because I was watching this morning and going around a lot of different training camps, and everybody is still just in helmets and shorts. And you know, you can sit there and players look good. Oh, that guy, wow, that was a hell of a throw. Oh, my gosh, that was and it's just like, I'm like, shut up. It means nothing.
Well,
I mean, it means nothing. It means that your quarterback is a professional quarterback and he can complete a pass when there's nobody covering him or being rushed.
All right, now I'm going to go all Siri on you and tell you, I mean, look, it's what you have to evaluate right now, and there were some great throws made. There were some great catches made by different people.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's against there. You should look good. And you say that. Were you not looking at Kirk Cousins the other day going, my God, that guy can't run. He looks old as dirt.
He does.
All right, so
Travis
you're evaluating
Kelce the same way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so you can evaluate the negative, but not the positive. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, what I'm saying is, when you're talking about, oh, what a throw that was, I'm like, they're professional quarterbacks. They ought to be making throws like that.
Sure, they ought to be.
Especially when there's nobody necessarily covering anybody. There's no pass rush. I mean, I saw Joe Milton yesterday. I think he had 30 minutes in the pocket. And he finally completed a pass. I'm like, oh, whoa, what a pass. Dude.
Gotti.
Yeah, if that was a regular season game, you'd have been on your ass.
Uh-huh. But it's not.
I mean, I'm just saying. So
I mean, look.
Just take it with a grain of salt.
If you got to be Gotti, it starts in shorts and helmets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, as I just said, right, in year one in Shoddy and just the guys last year, a lot of times you have a lot of turnover, and we didn't have a lot of much turnover at all on our offensive side, right? We added some guys, and some younger guys are going to have to step up. So, you know, maybe we seasoned the group a little bit, and guys are getting older, but we're close to some historic things last year. And when you have the guys that y'all have all just mentioned, whether it be the Tylers up front or it be George and CD outside, or like I said, Ferg and Flo, and you know, you almost call them the alternate guys because the other guys' names are so big, right? Why can't we be?
Flo.
You know, and just, yeah, let's be the greatest offense there is. You know, you've heard the greatest show on turf and all the other different nicknames. And so just in our trip in Utah, you know, something I guess I thought about in the time leading up to that and just kind of presented it to the guys in our trip. And each and every one of them, you know, loved it or taking pride in it. And that's as cool as anything, is to watch them take pride in it and watch them talk about it and say it to each other. And it's the way that we've been practicing, and we're just going to keep pushing each other.
Gotti.
Dude, that's like Morgan coming up with an idea that's dumb, and you're not going to tell her it's dumb.
Actually,
hey, Morgan, that's great. That's awesome. We'll do it.
That's not true. You're telling me you would lie to the boss if the boss came in and said, hey, I got a great idea, and you thought it was stupid? You would tell her that's a great idea?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's a great idea, Jim.
So it's the same thing with these guys. What are they going to say? Dak, that's really dumb. Let's not use that. They're not going to say that.
Now, keep in mind, over the last several weeks, we've had Jeff Traylor on. We've had Jeremy Urban on, the head coach at Trinity. And we had Clint Killow on from Incarnate Word. And Jeremy and Clint in studio talked about what are they doing in the offseason. They are preparing for their meetings. Clint said, I wanted to change completely what I say to my team, right? And so he's working on that, practicing that, coming up with the ideas. I think he said he's not a big sign guy. Others are big sign guys. But Dak talking about what can I talk to the guys about as the team leader, that's what coaches do. It's what, let's go have a retreat, Dak and the boys went to Utah. Clint Killough took his coaching staff down to Port A for, some a coach's retreat, which is code word for leave the wives at home and let's go drink some beer and catch some fish, talk a little ball, right? And come up with a saying. Gotti. I'm trying with a straight face.
Yeah, I know. You're trying with a straight face. It's like, all right.
Gotti.
They came up with something. Does every NFL team have a slogan for their offense?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean.
Do they?
I would imagine they all have something.
Yeah.
There's nicknames. I mean.
Sure.
Ferg
and Flo. Is that like a rock band or like Peaches and Herb?
Peaches and Herb. Ferg and Flo.
Ferg and Flo.
Ferg and Flo.
Appearing Saturday night at Picks.
Really?
Ben, get your tickets.
Would that be slow dancing?
It sounds slow, doesn't it?
Well, a little Ferg and
Flo.
Well, but it's Fergalicious.
Yeah, well, exactly. Ferg and Flo. At a theater near you.
Ferg and Flo.
Oh, my goodness.
They could steal a little bit of the Foo Fighters logo with the double Fs. There's a lot you could do with Ferg and Flo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, King JC says, Jerry would love to hire you. He loves yes men.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I just said, yeah, well, I wish he would. I can kiss ass with the best of them. All right? So there you go. It's all good. It's all good. Dak talked a lot. We'll hear more from Dak, but there were some other guys yesterday talking. One of them named George Pickens. We're going to hear from him. We'll take you around the league as well. There's a little update on the whole Baker Mayfield contract situation, which is kind of interesting. So if you're blaming the Bucs, this could change your mind, or maybe not. We'll let you decide when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, what are the words of your generation?
Go forth and prosper.
And we got football finally. Football starts on Thursday night. Training camp continues. And oh, by the way, college just around the corner. Lots to do. Study up.
Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on the Blitz on a Friday afternoon. Happy you spending a little time with us here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix, and, well, it's football season, man, and happy about that. And we're going to be in Oxnard, California, when you hear from us again after this show on Monday. We'll be on the tennis courts in Oxnard, Cowboys Training Camp.
Yeah, we fly out Sunday. We'll get out there, get to the tennis courts, get everything set up bright and early Monday morning, crack of noon. We'll go to work.
Yeah, the crack of noon, right?
We'll be there a little before then. We go on
a little bit, yeah.
Our show out there is noon to 4.
Which is nice.
Yep.
And by that time, practice is over anyway, because Shotty has the great schedule that the Cowboys practice early. So that's good, and that's when we usually get our interviews anyway, is after practice, so it works out perfect.
The question is, will the Cowboys make a move while we're out there? You know, Stephen Jones, a little bit ago on 105.3 The Fan, said that they're far from done, always looking for ways to be better. Opportunity presents itself, right? Excuse me. He always says something like that, you know. But he did add, we've got several things that we're considering right now. Some of it trades, some of it signing guys. A lot of the older players who still have tread on the tires can come and help you. It may come in the form of a trade. It may come in the form of a veteran signing as you move into camp. A lot of these veteran players a lot of times don't like to go to the first part of training camp. And that add-on is what tells me there's something simmering. Because he always says, I don't care if you talk to him in week 4, or if you talk to him in March, you know, a player acquisition is 24/7, 365. I mean, he can recite that line like his phone number growing up. But when he added in that they've got some things working right now, couple that with what Jerry said the other day, Tuesday, during the State of the Union address, maybe there is a trade in the works. I don't know if it would be the blockbuster of Max Crosby. I still doubt that, right, at this point.
I don't. The way Jerry was talking the other day, I think they're going for something big. And I think they are going all in this year. And if Jerry can make that happen, he's going to make it happen. And you mentioned this, Stephen was already saying expect the defense to change.
Yep.
And so, well, I expect something. Look, if it's not Max Crosby, it's going to be somebody that's got a name in some form or fashion. I just believe that. I just don't believe it's somebody like, well, we're going to bring back Jadeveon Clowney, or we're going to bring back this guy. It's going to be somebody that people are going to get excited about.
You know, since he said there are some things working, and veteran players that don't necessarily want to come to training camp. Mm-hmm. And if you go look at Von Miller's Instagram story right now, Von Miller, well, I can't say exactly what it is, but it's a great photo, and it's Dallas as, and then the F word in like neon lights.
Yep, I saw that.
Right? And so, and again, does Von Miller not fit the description he just said? Helps the defense, tread left on the tire, doesn't want to come to training camp, veteran player, right? I'm still thinking that Von Miller, and you know what? They can add Von Miller and still work a trade for Max Crosby. Both of those things can happen.
They can happen. What I worry about Von Miller, and I don't know what kind of attraction or if people are talking to him or not, but it doesn't seem like it. And I'm just wondering if Von Miller throughout the NFL has kind of lost his luster a little bit. And I'm not sure. Now, look, Von Miller was a great player. There's no question about that. But I don't know. It seems like a guy like Von Miller, unless he's just asking for the moon from other teams or says, I don't want to go anywhere. If I go anywhere, I'll go to Dallas. Maybe all of those things are true. But it just doesn't seem like he's drawn a lot of interest from other football teams across the NFL.
You know, I do wonder what the interest level is. And I'll go back to something that Von Miller, who's about to be, 38 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, solid year last year in Washington. He was solid in Buffalo. And again, I remember when we thought he was going to sign with the Cowboys and ended up going to Buffalo, and you saw that contract, and you went, well, yeah, Jerry wouldn't have done that. But right before some of this talk started, he was on with R.J. Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com doing some sort of promotion thing and talked great about wanting to always be a member of the Cowboys, mentioned that his parents go to every game. He would 20 minutes to work. Like, all of it makes sense. And if he's playing his home games there, how much would that save him? So would he stay in Dallas for less than if he went somewhere else? It's not like he'd have to rent a place in a different city. You know, the airline tickets for the family and the car, like all of it, like everything points to him ending his career in Dallas. And it feels like Von Miller's talked about wanting to be a Cowboy since he was coming out of Texas A&M, right? It's just kind of one of those. You hear Steven today, and it just feels more and more like Von Miller checks one of the boxes of what they're looking for. Personally, I look at Bobby Wagner. Could also fill one of those voids as well because you need that veteran linebacker. Although, do you need linebacker help? Do you need pass rush help? I
think both.
You do need both.
You need both in this situation, I think. Just and simply because you don't know about Overshown. Is he going to stay healthy? Is he not? And so a veteran like a Bobby Wagner, even a Von Miller, they'd be fine. They'd be fine. I just don't know if that's what when you heard Jerry on Tuesday talking about what he was talking about and mortgaging the future. Von Miller or Bobby Wagner don't do that. It's not necessary to mortgage the future for those two guys. And so I just think now whether something happens or not and they can make a deal remains to be seen. But I just think Jerry's got a bigger name on his mind. It may not be Max Crosby. And I mean, that's what everybody assumes it is, but it may not be. But I just have a feeling it is a player that's got a huge name and is a big star in the National Football League.
Look, I mean, we saw the meeting in the tent with the doctor yesterday.
Yep.
And, again, I think you can get a Bobby Wagner and Von Miller and still make the trade for a Max Crosby. All this Super Bowl talk, Everything about it feels different, and that includes going out and not only making splash moves, but making smart football moves. It is going to be an interesting weekend, and selfishly, I hope some of this waits till the middle of next week while we're out there in Oxnard, California, when that kind of news breaks.
Absolutely. And whether it does or not remains to be seen. And again, if it is a Bobby Wagner or a Myles Garrett, I think or Von Miller, I think you're right. Neither one of those guys want to come to training camp, or don't need to necessarily, other than to learn the offense and maybe come in and not do a whole lot. But whatever the case may be, to me, that's not the blockbuster. That's not mortgaging the future that Jerry was talking about the other day. So
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
And again, our AA Best Bail Bonds Cowboys Training Camp coverage all next week, brought to you by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. My friend Crash Gillespie just texted, is tennis court the secret name for a bar? No, we actually do the show from the tennis courts. So the training camp setup is that it used to be called the Marriott River Ridge
Residence Inn.
Yeah, now it's a Stay Bridge.
I think so. Yeah,
and they just painted it and put a different name on there, but it's still the River Ridge Complex, and it's right by a golf course. This resort has many tennis courts and 2 football fields. It's fantastic. It's a perfect setup. And so, like the weight room and the media area in the press conference, they're all on the tennis courts. There's no tennis being played, or pickleball for that matter. But, yeah, no, the code word for the bar out there is a great dive bar called the Rudder Room.
And that's not code word. That's what it's actually called.
It's a great dive bar.
So,
yes. Yeah.
And that's where the media hangs out after hours. So that's kind of why we talk about that. But, yeah, it's interesting how they use the media headquarters, if you will, where all the press conferences are done. When you see people on the podium, they're on the tennis courts.
Yep.
And so all of that stuff is built right there. All the radio stations are there. They've got a big tent for the writers and the TV folks and all of that. So
yeah, it's a great setup.
It's a great setup.
About 72, 73 degrees most days. A little ocean breeze because the ocean really isn't that far away from where it's set up.
No.
So like that big press conference on Tuesday. That's set up on the tennis courts.
Right there on the tennis courts.
If you follow us on social media, at SA Sports Star, at Joe Reinigle 210, at Jason Minix, our Instagrams and Facebooks and Twitters, all of that stuff. Maybe we'll do a little behind-the-scenes video next week.
Oh, absolutely.
When we're out there, kind of a tour of, quote-unquote, the tennis courts.
Absolutely.
And on the tennis courts, Jerry Jones, State of the Union address, and talking about George Pickens.
George could be a cowboy for the rest of his career, and that'd be a long time. Make no mistake about it.
Now, you say that. Pickens is playing on the tag this year.
Uh-huh.
By all accounts, doing everything right, even though he did not get an extension. He's not doing a hold-in. And everybody has assumed when the Cowboys made that decision, George Pickens is going to play this year for $27 million, and then he's going to hit free agency. Have a great year and go get paid. But then you heard that from Jerry. Like, what? Seriously? George Pickens was asked yesterday about Jerry's long-term comments.
Super excited. I'm always super happy when someone thinks highly of me, so shout out to Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jerry.
Yeah, he's not the most talkative dude in the world.
No, he's
Pickens.
not.
He's a man of few words.
Again, but he wants big dollars.
Yes.
And he was asked, the contract situation, is that a bother for you?
Really, like I said, I left it up to my agent, so I was, even when we were 9-10 months from training camp, I was already thinking about ball, I was already training, so I kind of leave that to the people that can do that. For me, I just make catches, make plays, be a playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's good, and he's making $27 million, so
he is.
Not bad.
And look, he's going to be a part of history. He's a part of Gotti.
Dude,
I don't think there is. That's the thing. The limitations and the nuance of a limitation, you shouldn't put that on yourself. You can really do anything you want. So I feel like as an offense, that's one thing and one mindset that we have. So just trying to be through the roof.
Mm-hmm. Through the roof.
What are the initials for that?
Through TTR.
TTR?
Yeah. Gotti.
Oh, my gosh.
Gotti.
Gotti. I'm already sick of that. It's been a day.
Here we Gotti.
Jeez.
Do you think when we get out there and the flea market Jerry has set up, they'll have Gotti T-shirts ready to go?
I would not be surprised. It would not surprise me. It goes along with all the other sayings. What, dim boys? We dim boys. And what were some of the other ones that the Cowboys?
Hot boys.
Hot boys. I mean, it's like it just goes along with the territory. Gotti.
Can we get this sunk into retirement
That
now?
remains to be seen. We shall see. We expect it. It's on paper. It looks great. But is it the best offense there is, or whatever the words are?
Greatest
offense.
Greatest.
There is. Yes.
Because body would just sound odd.
Gotti.
Best offense.
Yeah.
It's
going to drive me nuts.
It is, and that's my goal in life.
Well, it is. I get it.
But honestly, I think about the expectations. Cowboy fans always have them. We've been out there many, many times. You and I have, been covering this team for about 30 years professionally each.
Yep.
So a lot of experience in dealing with the Dallas Cowboys. And there are times where you see teams, especially the Dallas Cowboys, not want to talk about the Super Bowl. That's for you guys to talk about. We're just in here doing our work. The fact that they're embracing it, and it's not just a veteran player like a Dak Prescott. It's not just Brian Schottenheimer. You heard Jerry Jones the other day and Stephen Jones during their press conference. Even the rookie, Caleb Downs, talking about Super Bowl talk.
At the end of the day, we are all pushing to win a Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, somebody said it best today, we can only have the best day today. So we can't win the Super Bowl right now. We're just trying to have the best day that we can today, and that's the same thing for myself. I'm trying to accomplish my goals and be great at myself, and today is just being great today. That's all I can focus on.
See?
Caleb Downs has already got the NFL speak down.
He does,
perfectly, doesn't he?
Look at that. You got the Jason Garrett clap.
One day at a time.
I mean,
one play at a time.
Just be great today.
Just be great today.
I thought Jason Garrett had come back and was wearing number 13.
That's awesome.
The idea, but again, you've got a Caleb Downs who's played a lot of big-time college football. His bank account comes in, and it's not like a typical rookie, and I think there is a difference that you will see with a lot of NFL rookies over the next several years, because it's not like all of a sudden they were great and now they've got huge bank accounts. They're already coming in with big bank accounts and having a lot of those people that are around them from a business standpoint, and they're staying in college longer, so they're getting to the NFL already being a little bit more mature, which is why maybe it shouldn't be a surprise that 2 practices in, they've got Caleb Downs, one, being versatile, playing multiple different positions, but also wearing the green dot. He's one of 4 that have had the green dot so far in practice.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I've done at every level, is communicate at a high level. That's what I think makes me special, just being able to understand everything and articulate everything. So it's something that, if that's on my plate, I'll do it at the highest level.
Well, that's pretty cool, and what an honor. I know Overshone is another one that has a green dot, and there's a couple of other guys too that do. So I guess they'll figure that out and decide, or if there's somebody else that comes in that's a little bit more veteran, if you will.
Sure.
Then that person will wear the green dot.
But Caleb does feel that he's further along than most rookies. He'll make his rookie mistakes, but we heard Brian Schottenheimer say the other day he hasn't seen Caleb make the same mistake twice. And that's big. Now, granted, pads aren't on yet, so you go through the offseason program and the different mini camps that they have had, and a couple of days out in Oxnard. Again, no pads on, but he's off to an impressive start. Again, no pads on. Dak Prescott was asked yesterday what he was seeing out of Caleb Downs.
He's as sharp as a young rookie or a young guy I've ever seen. It starts with his mentality and his approach to the game. It's who he is. Obviously, you see it on the football field. You see it any moment that football is being talked about, whether it's in the meetings or whether it's a walkthrough or it's at practice. But just to spend time around the guy outside of football, whether it's playing golf or just hanging out, shooting a commercial with him, that's who he is. And that is contagious. He's a young guy that I respect. He's a reason that this is going to be one of our best rookie classes. And he's just going to continue to grow. And he takes a lot of pride in, being the first pick of the Cowboys, and takes a lot of pride in, having to step into a defense that everybody was talking about that has to get better. And he's as good as I said, as any young guy I've been around.
And look, the Cowboys were fortunate. I mean, they really were, that this guy fell to them. And they were fortunate. I think this guy is going to be a star. I agree with you. There will be some rookie mistakes made, but I think there's going to be some great plays made by Caleb Downs as well. And in training camp, and granted, saying what I said just a few minutes ago about not being in pads, I will take that with a grain of salt. But C.D. Lamb schooled Caleb Downs yesterday on a particular play. And I think that kind of stuff, if Shotty's right about Caleb Downs, he'll learn from that, and he won't let that happen again. So it's going to be interesting to watch that battle as we get up there next week, as they put the pads on, to see what Caleb Downs, or how he improves throughout the 5 practices we're going to be able to watch.
It will be fun, and that is certainly high praise coming from Dak Prescott, because there have been a lot of good rookies. And you've got your Taco Charltons that you could mix in there as well. But just everything that we have heard about Caleb Downs, even when he came on with us right after the draft, a maturity level that you generally don't see at this point. And the expectation of what he's going to be able to do on the football field. And he plays a position where, dude, you can go make plays. It's not like a wide receiver that has to have a quarterback get him the ball, and how many passes is he going to be targeted in a game. It's not like a running back, is the offensive line opening up the holes or whatever. I mean, Caleb Downs is in a playmaking position, and he's been moved all over the place since he's been at training camp. And that is how you kind of figure the Cowboys are going to use him in the regular season. That versatile guy that can play multiple different ways on a football field depending on the game situation.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of a guy like that. And again, the Cowboys fortunate that they were able to draft this guy. Now, I don't know what their plans were, and I know they wanted him all along. Fortunate they didn't have to do anything to get him, and that's the good thing about it is. Can't wait to get out there and get a firsthand look of what's happening with the Dallas Cowboys, and we will be there again, broadcasting live all next week, beginning on Monday at 2 o'clock. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, I didn't know this, but it doesn't surprise me that Jason knew this. It's National Orgasm Day today.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else know that? Well, apparently you're all sleeping with your coworkers. Or at least half of you are. Half of you are. We'll tell you what we're talking about when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prizes, and fun for the whole family.
Kick off the school year with Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Because with 20% off styles kids love, they're not just going back, they're making an entrance. Save on jeans that turn hallways into runways. Tees that make them walk a little slower, for effect. Sneakers that say, I'm so back. And more confidence-inspiring looks for every grade at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, 20% offer ends August 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here, and I've got a question for you. What if every month you had access to a different exotic car? Well, that's what Pascucci Prestige membership is all about. Instead of owning one dream car, you get access to an entire collection of incredible vehicles and concierge-level service. It's luxury without the long-term commitment. You know, if you've ever wondered what it's like to live the exotic lifestyle, this is your chance. Pascucci Prestige. Visit PascucciPrestige.com and book your ride today.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open today, 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 today through Sunday.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the news of the day, former Dallas Cowboys quarterback and CBS Sports NFL analyst Tony Romo has been placed on leave from his role until further notice. That, of course, following his OWI arrest in Milwaukee. J.J. Watt will take Tony's role as lead analyst with Jim Nantz until further notice. Free agent wide receiver Deebo Samuel is a free agent no more. He's signing a one-year deal worth up to $7 million and returning to San Francisco.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon, whatever you're doing, however you are doing it. We just appreciate the fact you stopped by here for a little while to spend a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and it's Friday, man. I'm excited about that.
It is. Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Getaway Friday for us. All next week, Oxnard, California, for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys Training Camp coverage. I was looking through my hoodies this morning, seeing which ones I'm going to take.
Yeah. I've got those lined up as well. And, you got to have that at night. Probably even we'll take some sort of a jacket also. Just depending. Yeah. I got those hoodies that aren't real thick, you know?
That was the debate I was having. I don't need too thin of a hoodie. I don't want a T-shirt hoodie. Those are okay during the day, but at night it does get stupid cold. It does. And it's lovely. It really is the L.A. dress code. Shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah.
Shorts and hoodie.
True.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Bizarre. You pack for a week, but really you pack for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Something interesting here. Brian Broaddus says keep an eye on Jordan Brooks as a possible trade target. How about that? He said, I think they're going for bigger fish than, say, a Bobby Wagner. I agree with that. Now, they had some interest in Jordan Brooks before he was signed by the Dolphins, but that would certainly – it's a guy the Cowboys like, and that is a bigger name, and it's certainly a name that would fit in with the Cowboys for years to come. He's already signed.
Well, then maybe that was part of it. Sometimes when you're having those negotiations, I don't know if you're worth that. So let the market decide if you're worth that. All right, well, Miami decided. Or did he have one of those contracts where the free agency where if he signed somewhere, they could match? So I don't know. I mean, but again, everything seems to be in play, and the Cowboys continue to talk about trades. Just history tells us, and that's what you go on with a lot of these things. Generally speaking, hearing Steven talk about, getting better, player acquisition, 24/7, 365. For the Cowboys, history tells us that's generally older guys, unsigned, that they can get cheap. That's what the Cowboys do. They don't often talk this openly about trades in the works this time of year. That's not the Cowboys' MO. Them bringing in veteran guys, signing guys that used to be high draft picks that hadn't worked out for them yet, but they can come in and they can be cheap. That's what the Cowboys typically do. So all this talk has you speculating on where the trades might be, starting with Max Crosby, and then you go down the list.
It's going to be interesting to see. I have a feeling something is going to happen, or they're going to try and make something happen. And if it doesn't, it's just simply because they couldn't reach a deal with whomever they're trying to trade with. But you're exactly right. There's just been too much talk, too much smoke for there not to be something. And then again, I know a lot of people think we're making a big deal out of nothing, but that meeting yesterday with the doctor is huge in my mind because it just doesn't happen. And so I'm not sure who they were talking about or what they were talking about, and maybe it has nothing to do with anything. But I've never seen that happen in the many, many years I've been covering the Dallas Cowboys. Never once have I seen that happen.
Exactly, and that's the interesting part of it. There's just a lot of things that this Cowboys team operating a little bit differently, and dare I say, operating like a real NFL front office.
Wow. Could it be?
The light's finally gone off?
Maybe. Or maybe Jerry looked in the mirror and he went, whoa!
Stop.
I don't have a lot of time left.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Jerry.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
It is a Friday, and today's Headline Blitz is
spit it out, Minix.
You never want that. It is a lot of sex, and a lot of sex with people that you're not married to. A couple of different stories, and guys, we're here to help. I mean, this is an educational program. And if you're stepping out on your significant other, make sure you pay your babysitter because your babysitter knows everything. Because if you fail to pay your babysitter, guess what? She can tell on you.
I love this story, and as I'm reading this thing, apparently the husband was out of town on business. That's where the article goes. And the babysitter worked a little overtime. Well, guess what? Mom didn't pay the babysitter for said overtime. And she, sent a nice little text to dear old dad, telling him all about what was going on while he was out of town and Mom was playing around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she wrote on Reddit, the final straw was when she was 3 hours late and stiffed me on the spot again. The very next time her side guy came over, I snapped a clear picture of them together.
Yeah.
If you can't trust your babysitter.
Well, if you just pay the babysitter, you'll be fine.
Just pay the babysitter, and quite honestly, when you see the headline, I ruined a marriage over unpaid babysitting, you're like, I was thinking it was the dude and the babysitter. Because that's how all the movies are, right?
That's typically what happens, right? The nanny and the husband.
Dude's out of town, and mom is stepping out.
Messing around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. You got to pay the babysitter. Good lesson for all of you that still have kids, that you need a babysitter.
You know, there is a day for everything.
Yes.
And today happens to be National Orgasm Day.
How about that?
Happy National Orgasm Day for those who celebrate.
You know, who comes up with these days? Because every day is something.
Every day is something.
And
quite honestly, every day should be Orgasm Day.
Well, I mean, sure.
Yes.
That's who woke up one July 31st and said, hey, you know what? That was great last night. Let's make today National Orgasm Day.
Well, wouldn't you say you woke up great that morning? It was one of those mornings where you had a little morning sex, and you're like, this should be a national holiday.
I don't know.
Every day should start this way.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what it was. Well, on National Orgasm Day, there's been a study that finds 47% of workers are having sex while on the job. 47%.
So nearly half of everybody.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily mean they're having sex with a coworker. I mean, I guess, did they preface that? Could it be having sex with themselves while they're at their desk? Are they in a closet with you know?
It doesn't actually say. It says 47% of 9-to-5ers across the U.S. are doing the no pants dance on company time. 28% even enjoying a happy ending each time.
The no pants dance, huh?
That's what it says in this article.
Okay.
Different locations present different sights, sounds, and sensations, which all add to the arousal.
Well, you know, back in the day, this radio station, it was probably more than 47%.
Yeah,
probably more like 80%.
I mean, there's a reason we don't have Christmas parties anymore. His name is Joe Reinhagel.
It was a wild place, to say the least, back in the day here at the radio ranch. Yeah.
38% of 20-somethings are actually seeking employment that offers private in-office spaces, or I guess it could be for themselves too, not just with somebody. 47% of remote workers are also having sex while technically on the clock.
Well, I should see that if you're at home, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, somebody comes over, your husband or wife is there, and you know, relax. Who was that dude that works for CNN that was caught pleasuring himself on a Zoom call? You remember that story?
Yeah. There was too much of that. Now these stats are kind of interesting. 49% are going out and getting busy in the car.
In the car.
All right. 43% in some sort of garden. Like, I don't know, I guess if you've got some garden area at your office building, I don't know. 40% in public venues, such as a gym, airplane bathroom. 34% somehow underwater in swimming pools.
Huh. Underwater. Got to be a quickie, huh?
Parts of you are underwater.
Holy cow.
Uh-huh.
Now, in all seriousness, and I'm throwing this out to the people. Maybe you don't have an issue with this, Minix, because you are vertically challenged a little bit. I don't know how people have that kind of action in an airplane bathroom. I can barely stand in there myself.
True. Well, it depends on what position you're in there.
Well, I suppose.
I mean, she's generally, I would assume.
I guess you're sitting and she's sitting on top of you.
Or she's a little bit closer to the wall and you're a little bit back to the door.
I suppose,
right?
Yeah.
And you're not face to face. I'm trying to paint the picture for you.
I'm trying to think about this thing.
Or if other things are happening, maybe she's put the toilet seat down and is sitting there, and you're standing by the sink.
Could be.
Yes.
Could be.
And then of course you do have the sink.
I guess there are options.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's options. There's options.
All right.
So Carl Ravitch got fired.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they're still making this guy work. Apparently, he was probably given the option. and he has chosen to work. Or maybe they said, we're going to fire you, but after this season is over, if you'd like to complete your duties. No public statement apparently has been made either by ESPN or by Karl Ravech. But, dude, last week got fired Tuesday after we saw him doing Monday Night Baseball, and guess who was on Monday Night Call last night? It was Karl Ravech. And he's still going to do the Little League World Series, according to reports, even though he's still fired.
Well, now is he? I mean, obviously, was he a contract guy now? Because he's not doing it for free.
I wonder if they were like, you know what, we're not going to renew your contract, but we're paying your contract out anyway.
Could
so if you would like, you can still fulfill your deal. I mean, do they give him a fancy send-off at the end of the season? Do they give him cupcakes at the Little League World Series? I mean, it just felt so weird because he was probably the longest tenured, biggest name guy. All right, biggest name guy at the network. I know Ryan Clark got more of the headlines because of how that went down, but Karl Ravech deserved better than what he got, and it was kind of weird to see him on the TV last night.
Well, that makes sense. If they were going to let you fulfill your contract or whatever the case may be, and we're just not going to renew it. Look, that happens all the time in TV.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. So, yeah, I could see that. So technically he wasn't fired. They're just not going to renew his contract.
Except for he was part of the layoffs.
Well, I get that, but, I mean, if he's still working there, technically – he hasn't been laid off yet.
Yeah, I don't.
And I don't know what Ravech makes, but I would assume it's not bad.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's there.
I guess.
Taco Bell is doing everything they can to try to win you back. Apparently, their sales have sucked.
Well, yeah.
So basically, all the lettuce-free things are going to be $1. You want an enchilada? It's $1. The Mexican pizza, it's $1.
Now, wait a minute. The enchilada's $1?
It's $1.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it says right here. Taco Bell hopes to win back fans with $1 Mexican pizza and lettuce-free deals after the blah, 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 however you say it, rumors. So, obviously, as this article, Taco Bell has long been the punchline of diarrhea jokes, but after an actual parasite outbreak, the chain is betting $1 favorites can help customers' stomachs return. They've rolled out a string of steep discounts, including its fan favorite Mexican pizza, as it attempts to recover from declining traffic tied to the outbreak. So, let's see what all is going to be. The $1 enchiladas, the Mexican pizzas, and nacho fries are all going to be $1, apparently, so they'll try to get you back. The Mexican pizza typically costs about $5.69. They're going to give it to you, no lettuce.
Used to have lettuce on it, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess it could have, yeah, but it won't anymore.
Well, the enchilada was the best thing they ever had, and they got rid of it for whatever reason.
Yep.
It was the best, and if it's only $1, hell, I know what I'm doing for dinner tonight.
Well, it does say, though, Joe, and this will complicate your life, you got to order through the Taco Bell app.
Oh, are you kidding me? Can you just not give somebody something without a catch?
Earlier this week, the chain offered its Mexican pizza for $1 for a day at participating locations following similar promotions. Now they're going to have more rewards like this through the Taco Bell app.
Huh. I'm not downloading the app, so.
Well, then you got to pay full price
I'll
for
pay
your
full
enchilada.
Price, or you know what? I just won't go. How about that?
Well, I mean.
What the?
Just download the app.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
We'll teach you how to download an app later.
Why can't you just be nice and say, you know what? We want you back. We're giving you $1.
Because they want the app and they want to send you push notifications.
Well, I know they do, but a week,
just download the app.
I'm not doing it.
Just do it.
No, it's the whole premise of the thing now. I'm not doing it.
What do you mean it's the whole premise
of
the thing?
Well, I'm not doing it. I thought they were being nice. I was going to pay them a nice compliment, and then so you can get this, but there's a catch.
Well, there's always a catch.
I guess.
And you know another catch? And I know we're running late, but this is this story's awful. And I know kids are about to go back to school. If you're a teacher and you weigh 350 pounds, don't use your student as a step stool. I think some things don't need to be said, but apparently a science teacher in Minnesota, he stood on one of his students to teach them a lesson for making light of a lockdown drill. He's avoided jail time, but he's been forced to write some letters of apology to his victims. He's a 350-pound dude, and he's no longer a teacher.
Well, I thought he was trying to reach something and tell the kid to get down. I'm going to step in, but that wasn't the case. You're right. He was trying to teach him a lesson. I'm like, dude.
You're 350 pounds and you stood on a fifth grader.
And now the kid is walking like an 80-year-old, apparently. And so, yeah, I don't know what's going on with people. But look, I have a lot of respect for teachers because that is one profession I could not do. I will tell you that right now. There's no way. These kids today.
There's no way any of you want your kids around Joe Ryan.
These kids today.
The things he would teach them.
What the hell's going on?
Imagine Al Bundy as a school teacher.
Probably so.
Good Lord. This guy was also fined $2,250.
Oh, wow. I wonder how they came up with that.
I mean, I got to write a rule now about a 350-pound guy standing on a child.
2,250. Okay. Wemby made a little more than that.
Yeah, he did.
He signed his deal. Everybody was praising him for taking less money. Well, guess what? Nike said, we feel sorry for you, big fella.
Stop.
We're going to sign you to a new deal. We'll tell you about that and why LeBron chose Philly over San Antonio. We're going to hear the reason when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. They are conveniently located in the Corey area. They have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
You know, the Root Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Root Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Root Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Root Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Root Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, what are the words of your generation?
Go forth and prosper. And we got football, finally. Football starts on Thursday night. Training camp continues. And oh, by the way, college just around the corner. Lots to do. Study up. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The memories that are coming up on Jason's phone. A year ago today, we were at the Nobu party in Malibu, California.
Pictures with Uncle Jerry.
Courtesy of one Jerry Jones.
Uncle Steven. Yeah, no, it's this time of year, man. Your Facebook memories are all cowboy camp related. It's I don't know about you. I love looking at the Facebook memories. Sometimes I post stuff on Facebook just so a couple years later I'll be able to see it on my Facebook memories. 2 years ago, we went and saw Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, my gosh.
That was 2 years ago.
And Bob Dylan was awful.
He was, but Willie Nelson was Willie Nelson, and Willie Nelson is still trucking. And that was one of the things we were like, dude, this might be the last time we see Willie. Of course, I think the last 10 times I've seen Willie, I thought it would be the last time I'd see Willie.
And Bob Dylan, he's still going? Is he?
Yeah,
he's still with us?
He's still with us.
Huh.
Just played Whitewater earlier this summer.
Yeah.
Wow. Did he really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that everybody that wasted your money on that.
I'm with you there.
Holy cow. I heard something today that as of today's the last day you can buy CBD stuff.
What?
In Texas.
Why?
Legally. The law's changing.
Is it really?
As of tomorrow, it's illegal.
I've not heard that.
It is.
Well, what's going to happen with all these stores?
I don't know. But I heard that, and I'm pretty sure I heard that right. It was today. CBD, is that how you say that?
Yes.
Need me to spell it for you?
Yeah, would you please, Pledge? Speaking of smart asses.
Good Lord. Wemby's new shoe deal is pretty fascinating. And while we can all say, see, he didn't take the Super Max because, he'll make it up in endorsements, it's still, that dude decided to leave $50 million on the table. This shoe deal was going to be this shoe deal, whether he took the Super Max or the regular Max.
Sure.
When you're at the level of Wemby, all of the endorsements are coming. So I did not realize his current deal with Nike was set to expire in October. But he's signed what is described as a long-term extension with Nike that will also include a new signature shoe. He will join LeBron, Durant, Giannis, Devin Booker, Ja Morant, and SGA in Nike's current NBA player signature shoe collection. That's pretty damn cool.
Well, it is cool. I love the logo, by the way.
Yep.
The logo looks really cool on that. And so, good. Well, I'm good for Wemby. And look, it's the first of many. And Nike's not stupid. They're going to go with a guy that 22-year-old who was already setting the NBA on fire and will only get better from here. So props to him, and I'm sure that shoe deal is worth a lot.
And I hope he's following the Michael Jordan plan. I'll take less cash. I want percentages forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
In a statement to The Athletic, Nike says, quote, as one of the most unique and influential athletes in the world, Victor is a generational talent who continues to inspire the game's next generation. We are excited about all that we've built together and look forward to more wins ahead.
Well, and he'll probably sell a lot of shoes. Now, I haven't seen, is there a picture of the shoe? All I've seen is the logo.
No, just the logo.
Okay.
And that's typical. In the new Supernova, the V and the W with the alien. Basically, it's saying that Vic is the NBA's brightest rising star.
Well, I would say he certainly is. Yeah. I think the NBA's got a bright future, though. When you're talking about Wemby, Cooper Flagg, you've got the kid that just went to Golden State. I mean, I think there's some good young players that have come into the NBA. I think the NBA's future is certainly bright.
Now, especially when you look at a guy like LeBron who is on his way out. Rich Paul says on his podcast why LeBron decided not San Antonio.
Go back and watch the whiteboard episode. You would see the Spurs up there on the board. And it's similar to the Knicks, These are two teams that finished the last two teams of the season. Spurs were the runner-up. And when you have a guy like Wemby, you have to respect his growth, his position on the Spurs. It's not easy when a LeBron James shows up. It just doesn't matter who you are. Like
well, I'm sure Popovich
thing.
and the crew would have welcomed LeBron with open arms.
Of course, yeah. But you also want to be respectful, and it was the Spurs and Knicks is the same thing. Like, you want to be respectful to what they have, and it's a tough thing for them as an organization because it's not like you're plugging in a person like this is a mountain.
I mean, it was just announced ESPN's deal with LeBron. They're filming the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, his jersey.
This is going to be like the Last Dance.
Ohtani's record.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's interesting that Kellerman brings that up, and we heard yesterday that somebody was saying it wasn't true. Well, yeah. Rich Paul didn't deny anything there. So
of course it's true. And again, I who knows with that kind of stuff, but of course that is true. He didn't come here. Are we going to look at it? I mean, I know there's a lot that comes with wherever LeBron is going to go.
Well, I'm happy he didn't come here.
Although you'd be happy if he did.
No, not necessarily, Jason. And
Bronny has earned it.
Honestly, mean that sincerely. I think this team is ready to rock. You don't need a circus coming into town with a LeBron James here. To me, I'm happy he went to Philadelphia, and for whatever reason that is, great. I wish him all the success in the world, but I am thrilled he did not come to San Antonio.
Well, look, and in Philadelphia, he gets Russell Westbrook too.
I saw that. Lucky him.
I thought that was a fake post initially.
Yeah, no.
Who knows?
Well, I'm happy he's not here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This Kawhi thing isn't going away.
No, it's not.
Ramona Shelbourne can explain it better than me.
This was the Toronto Raptors being given a choice of, are you willing to assume the risks of something happening with Kawhi Leonard after the investigation is completed? And they are not willing to assume those risks. And so if they're not, then we get to the end of the summer and there's not a resolution here, and there's nobody from the NBA who could say with 100% certainty that there won't be any fallout for Kawhi Leonard specifically. Then it's up to the Raptors. And I understand that because we just saw what happened with the Miami Heat and Terry Rozier. The NBA had an investigation. A couple of people pointed me to this very specifically. They had an investigation into Rozier. They didn't find anything. And then a year later, after the Heat had traded for him, they get stuck with a player who's now out of the league. And they had given up draft compensation. Right.
But apparently, I read something today that Toronto's still interested. They still want to get it done.
But they also, I think, want to be exonerated or whatever the term might be if the NBA does come down. Or like, look, if you're going to punish anybody, it can't be us. It's got to be the Clippers.
Sure.
And you're not going to void the contract, right? I mean, ultimately, and our guy's not going to get suspended. They don't want to trade for a player, give up assets, and then find, all right, he's out of the league or suspended for a year. Toronto wants some assurances from the league, and the league won't give them.
Well, because I don't think the league actually knows yet, and that's why this thing is taking so long. I mean, who's to blame? And what did Kawhi know, and when did he know it, and how much involvement did he have in all of that kind of stuff? And I think maybe that's part of it. Who knows? But if I'm Toronto, I mean, at this point in time, and we're going into August, so what is there, a couple of months until training camps start up in the NBA? I'm like, forget about it. I'm just screw it, Wimby.
Screw it.
You guys are quick, man. I'm telling you.
That's what she said.
On the ball today, that's for sure. No doubt about it. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Stephen Jones had some interesting things to say. Dallas Cowboys not practicing today, which is not unusual with the new rules and all of that kind of stuff. But some players did talk. We've got we'll hear from some of those players. We'll hear from Stephen Jones with some interesting stuff on what the Cowboys may or may not be thinking as we move into the future. We'll do all that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to talk to you, though, about Stevens Roofing and Solar. If you've listened to the show before, you know exactly how I feel about this company. It is a great local company, great family-owned company. The folks there are just as nice as they can be, respectful as they can be, but they do the job right. And I know that because, well, they've been in business since 1983. That should tell you everything you need to know about the reputation and the quality of the work that Stevens Roofing and Solar does. There's been a lot of rain here lately. Now the temperatures are they're just hot. It's July and August in San Antonio. That's what we deal with here. And Stevens Roofing knows that. And they know that sometimes that can damage your roof. If you want to get it checked out, if you're seeing something that just doesn't look right, call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Have them send a crew out to your house. They'll do it for free, under no obligation, by the way, and they'll check out your roof. They'll let you know if there's something that needs to be addressed, and hopefully it's something that's a small issue. And you get it taken care of before it turns into a big issue. If you've been thinking about solar panels on your house, Stevens Roofing and Solar can help you out with that too. And you know you're going to get the same quality service and work done that they do with roofs. Tell them what you want to do and how you want to do it, and they will help you set up a plan, and then they'll get it done, and they'll get it done right. They're the absolute best. Don't go with anybody else. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
San Antonio Sports Star sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible port and no cash access and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Still using the I got a guy approach for your digital marketing? Relying on one person in today's rapidly shifting online landscape is costing you more in lost opportunities. You need the deep bench expertise of Conrex Digital. We provide more than just a presence. We deliver results. From high converting websites and SEO to engaging social content and lead generation on Google and Meta, we handle it all. Dominate your competition with expert programmatic and streaming TV campaigns. Bold marketing, real results. Visit conrexdigital.com. Conrex Digital makes it happen.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prizes, and fun for the whole family.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Keith Roseanne's lost all of her humor. She's a miserable woman.
I never found her funny, so she just got more miserable.
Snooki. Damn.
She was a cochina. She was like, bleh.
All right. Enough of this. Grow up, Vic. I can't do this all day.
Yes, we can.
That's a Jersey Susia.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Rob Thompson, and you're listening to the home of the Cowboys. Sports Star.
The Cowboys looking to add a splash player before the season gets underway. That seems to be the consensus, or at least the speculation throughout. With everything we've heard from Jerry Jones at the State of the Cowboys address on Tuesday to the impromptu meeting with Dr. Cooper yesterday with Steven and Jerry. And boy, this speculation is all over the place. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
And what do you guys think? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always comment there. Get to the YouTube page through sasportstar.com. Or if you're on YouTube, just search out San Antonio Sports Star. Stephen Jones talking today with the boys at 105.3 The Fan. And of course, a lot of speculation yesterday when there was a photo of Jerry and Steven and Dr. Cooper visiting in a tent on the practice field, which, again, Joe and I have been to many, many training camps. I've never seen that. Joe has never seen that. That was unusual. Now, understanding the rules of engagement, if you will, 105.3 The Fan, very careful in not saying Max Crosby's name, but asking Steven, were you talking about a particular player maybe that Dr. Cooper did a little surgery on during that meeting yesterday?
Yeah, we're always looking at things. I mean, that's just part of it. And,
we don't need to be talking, putting names.
I was very vague on that. I specifically.
You did better than the reporter the other day.
I heard. Yeah.
I like her. I like Jane, but she's trying to get us in trouble, I think.
We love Jane, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I think, we're always looking at situations and, I think, we've got several things that we're considering right now. Some of it trade, some of it, signing guys, because a lot of these older players who've still got some tread on the tire.
Maybe play linebacker.
Can come in here and help you. And so, it may come in the form of a trade. It may come in the form of a veteran signing as you move into camp, because a lot of these veteran players a lot of times don't like to go to the first part of training camp. So
they don't, huh? Yeah, well, that's true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Since linebacker was brought up, are we talking about Bobby Wagner?
Obviously, Bobby Wagner's a great player. There's several others out there who hadn't signed that, have a great, have a great resume. And, there are always guys that we're looking, and see how they fit. We're getting a better feel from a personnel standpoint. Will is, his staff, in terms of the traits we want that they can step in and really make a difference in Christian Parker and his staff system. So those are all things that will continue to look to be better. I'd be surprised if the starting players on this defense, don't change over time.
Right.
And we're always looking to be better. We'll continue to monitor this.
Look, I mean, dude, there's like smoke rising all over the place, and we're looking for a fire. You can't tell me, though, that meeting with Dr. Cooper did not have something to do with Max Crosby.
Of course it did.
Of course it did. Because, look, if you look at Bobby Wagner, he's not hurt. You look at any of the other players that are out there, nobody's hurt. The only guy that was hurt that Dr. Cooper had something to do with was Max Crosby. So it's got to be that. At least they're talking about that. And look, the way Stephen Jones just put it right there. Some of the guys that are starting right now won't be starting when the season starts.
It's exactly what it is. And again, the Cowboys aren't dumb. They knew that the media is out there, and if they have this meeting where they are, the speculation, that's Jerry stirring the pot. That is, unless, hey, man, we've got to get this done tonight, and it's not done yet. The timing of it feels staged. It's like you want to be seen with certain people, and we want to be the top headline, but obviously there's got to be something there. And again, a trade for a Max Crosby would make you think the Cowboys feel that a piece like that would be the difference between the Cowboys and winning a Super Bowl.
Everybody's always striving to get especially if you're fortunate enough to get to that level where you have a lot of the pieces, but you might be missing a piece, which is usually the case, with a lot of teams. You can always use that, last one or two pieces that put you over the top. And certainly we're always looking for that. We're constantly looking for ways to be better. I've always said it, player acquisitions, 365 days a year. We need to always be looking for something that makes sense to make the Dallas Cowboys a better football team and give us the opportunity to contend and ultimately win a championship. I mean, that's every team's goal. It's certainly our goal. We certainly know our fans are looking for that. It's been way too long, and we do think, as you mentioned, the offense, has checked a lot of boxes in terms of being there, and defensively, we don't know that we've checked all the boxes, but we constantly look to check another box.
I just find this fascinating that they are working on something, maybe more than one thing. In this particular case, but I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind, or there certainly shouldn't be, that the Cowboys are looking to make a deal. Now how big that particular deal is and what player that is remains to be seen, but they are certainly looking to make a deal.
They seem like motivated buyers.
Yes.
Right? They feel like they are motivated buyers. And Steven even said today, yeah, there's an addition or two that they can make happen.
There's a lot of things to like out there, but we got a lot of things to see. And then, as I said, we'll constantly be looking to see, if there's an addition or two that as we move forward that we can make happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Motivated buyers.
Yeah.
And I think that is ultimately the biggest difference that we're seeing right now when it comes to Jerry's comment the other day about sacrificing the future for the now, which, again, not typically what you hear from Jerry because he wasn't a motivated buyer. There truly is, whether you agree with it or not, a feeling from the Cowboys that they have a roster.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been several teams that Jerry and crew have put together the last 10, 12 years, 15 years, and you can go back and you can point to the years. That was a Super Bowl caliber roster. That was a Super Bowl caliber roster, and they didn't get it done.
Mm-hmm.
This year they feel that way. And I saw on one of the shows this morning, one of the hosts asked, I forget, was it Evan Cohn? Somebody said, if you were to take this roster and put them in a Titans uniform, would you say, are they a Super Bowl caliber roster? And there was debate. There were some that yes and no. But when you look at that offense, and that is a Super Bowl caliber offense, that's Gotti, right? And then you look at this improved defense. It ain't a Super Bowl caliber defense. But are they good enough when you combine them and their special teams unit with Brandon Aubrey and a great punter as well in Anger, all three phases? Are they going to be in the mix? Are they the Rams right now? No. But are they going to be in the mix? And that's where Jerry always comes back. If you're hanging around the rim, and the Rams, sure, they're going to be the favorites. They should be the favorites. They've got to be able to stay healthy all the way through.
I don't think the Cowboys think that defense right now is good enough. That's why they're going out. That's why they're talking the way that they are. They need another piece. Whomever that may be, they feel like they need another piece. There's something that is missing in their mind on that defense that needs to be fixed. Whether that's an edge rusher, a guy like a Max Crosby, for example, a Jordan Brooks linebacker, whatever the case may be, they feel like they need something because they, with the way they're talking, one more piece to this puzzle will get it done. And if you can have a top 15 defense, even or better than that, if you add a big-time player, then I think to go along with that offense that's going to do what we all expect it to do, all of a sudden the Dallas Cowboys are right there on the Rams' heels as one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. I don't think there's any other way to spin it.
And to your point, the urgency that it feels like they feel like they are this close. And a splash player, is there in whatever position it is, and more so than one of these veteran guys, whether it's a Von Miller or a Bobby Wagner. I don't know if one of those guys is the piece that they're waiting for to say we're over the hump. That was what we're looking for, because otherwise they'd already be here.
Sure.
Right? Now, granted, veteran guys, maybe they have the handshake deal, I'll see you in Frisco. But in reality, if one of those players were at that level, now those are pieces and parts that overall improve your team. Making a trade for name your player, that is the difference of, are they going to be good or really good? Dak on the podium yesterday talking Super Bowl, and his hat said good. I don't know. What pledge?
It's a golf brand. It's good golf.
I know that, but dude, if you're going to tell me about Super Bowl, be better than good, right? I mean, you can go get a hat made that says great. I know it's a golf brand.
Well, look, Dak's going to be positive no matter what happens.
Sure.
But, again, you've got to be realistic. This offense on paper could be one of the best in the NFL. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. I think you could say for most of the season last year, there were some clunker games on that offense last year. But for the most part, I think everybody's pretty confident this offense is going to put up some points. And you just can't blow those leads or give up a bunch of points to the other guys. And I think you've got to improve that side. And the two things that stick out, I mean, you could talk about the secondary too, Jason, if you want to. And there are some question marks there. But I think a leader at the linebacker position and a pass rusher right now are the two things that I see. If you fix just one of those things, that defense all of a sudden ratchets up a little bit, and you're looking pretty damn good heading into the season.
Well, and that's it. And, again, when you look at signing a Jalen Thompson to the free agent deal that they signed him to, again, another unusual move for the Dallas Cowboys, spending money at a position they have essentially ignored since Darren Woodson was out there. Kobe Durant, obviously a lot of expectation on Caleb Downs coming in and being able to perform. And then the fact that they're not sidestepping, look over here in these trade talks. It's common for Steven to talk about the veteran players and trying to shop in the bargain section, right? That's typically what they do. This trade talk, and again, they're not poo-pooing it. They're embracing it.
Yeah.
They're having a meeting with the team doctor in a very visible way. I think they are signaling to their fans, to the media, and to the other teams that they are buyers. They are very motivated buyers right now.
And I think, look, as much as everybody had fun with Jerry and his all-in comment, what was that, a couple of years ago, last year, whatever it was, if he puts his money where his mouth is this year, I mean, I think that clearly is what they're talking about doing. When he's talking about mortgaging the future, Jerry Jones has never, ever done that before. It's always a long-term plan. We got to think about the long-term. You hear him, those checks come due and all of that kind of stuff. This year is different, and I think Jerry realizes they've got a roster that can make some noise. Now, a lot of things have to happen. It's a big journey in the NFL, obviously, but it's that way for every team. So you get the best players that you possibly can, and you make it happen. That's what the Rams do. And they've got a Super Bowl trophy to show for it. And guess what? They're doing the same thing again this year, the Rams are. And they're the favorites to win the Super Bowl. In this time in professional sports, that growing and building a team, it's out the window, man, as far as I'm concerned. You get it done when you have the opportunity to get it done. And I think the Cowboys are realizing that.
And for Jerry Jones, telling the world that they are motivated buyers. He did that on Tuesday. For Stephen Jones today on 105.3 The Fan to double down. For that photo, let's go back and think about Jerry all the time. I don't make calls. I wait for the phone to ring. Costs you more when you make the call. Dude, the bat signal is there. I mean, again, they're operating differently right now, which is why I say they seem very motivated. Jerry, it feels like Jerry and the Cowboys are making the phone calls when they are typically ones that at least publicly say they wait for the phone to ring.
Jerry admitted that on Tuesday. Talked to an owner of another team just the day before, which was Monday. So they're talking to somebody. There's a deal in the works. Do they get it done? Well, that remains to be seen. We got to take a break, but Jason, I just think since we're all positive-like and everything right now, we should just sweeten the pot a little bit and give away some Missions tickets.
Well, let's do that.
You want to do that? A family 4-pack of Mission tickets, to be exact, to Tuesday's game against the Springfield Cardinals. Of course, it is $2 Tuesday, brought to you by 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You want to go to the Missions game on Tuesday night? Well, you got to be caller number
9.
There you go. Jason's favorite number. Caller number 9. 656-3776. 656-ESPN. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Blitz. 2 to 6 on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com.
Missions fans, celebrate Tuesdays for the Cultura at Wolf Stadium with AARP $2 Tuesdays. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open today, 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 today through Sunday.
At JCPenney's Mystery Sale, everybody's a winner. Head in-store for a chance to win an extra 30, 40, or 50% off. Or hit the $60 off jackpot deal. Yes, JCPenney. Giveaway valid 7/30 through 8/2 while they last. Exclusions apply. Must be 18 or older.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really helped me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama has a new deal with Nike. The brand signed him to a new long-term contract, including a new signature shoe line. Congrats to Wemby. Well, former Cowboys quarterback and CBS sports analyst Tony Romo has been placed on leave from his role until further notice. J.J. Watt is going to step into that position, at least for now, until Tony comes back, if he does.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We made it to Friday, y'all. It's here. The weekend is in sight. We got a little work to do, though. Lots happening on this Friday afternoon. Thank you for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That fellow over there is Jason Minix, and lots happening.
There is a lot happening.
Lots happening.
Lots happening. We'll continue the Cowboys conversation. If you want to be a part of it, of course, easy to do. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always comment there. Get to the YouTube page through sasportstar.com, or if you're on YouTube, just search out San Antonio Sports Star. The memes are all over the place with Tony Romo, who was suspended today. J.J. Watt is moving up to the number 1 slot there with Jim Nantz. And I'm reading in Pro Football Talk that Palo Alto police are not going to release the body cam of Kyle Shanahan's car accident. And I don't know what all the specific rules are about body cam. I know open records, if you're government, it's open, if private, but like Romo gets suspended after the body cam is released, right? And sometimes you see body cam footage really fast, and then other times you don't. But this whole Kyle Shanahan story, doesn't it feel like the more there's got to be what's the more, right?
Yeah.
You cover it up. It's a simple car accident. He said it was his fault, and now the cops aren't releasing the body cam. It just feels like what are they hiding?
I don't know. And the fact that it took 10 days before this thing was even reported is another thing. And the media has been criticized big time for that by a lot of people. Don't know what they're covering up, what they're hiding, what the deal is. But it is interesting because I think you and I agree that it's that body cam footage of Tony Romo, I think, that has cost him his job at this point in time. Had that not happened, I think Tony's probably getting ready to call week 1 on CBS. But you see that body cam footage, and you see it's pretty embarrassing. And I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak.
Because the initial reports were he's just going to take a step back, but it wasn't going to affect his work. Right. And you kind of go from there. And of course, the internet is undefeated. Somebody created a fake trading card. It's got Tony Romo autographed, Tiger Woods autographed, a couple of game-used beer taps. It's classic.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a card to have, wouldn't it?
Dude, if you pulled that.
Oh, my gosh.
And, of course, it's CBS. I saw one that said, a CBS Manningcast version with Tony Romo and Mark Sanchez. That would be.
Is that Romo Woods a one-of-one logo, man?
It's interesting because it actually, on this fake card, is a 2 of 2.
Oh.
I don't know where the 1 of 1 is. But this fake one, they did make it a 2 of 2.
So there's 2 of them floating around out there then.
Well, there you go. If you could find number 1, you'd probably be in pretty good shape, money-wise, for sure. That's an interesting thing. It really is. It's sad. Look, again, it's decisions that you make that come out and bite you in the butt, and unfortunately for Tony Romo, that's what's happened to him. So we'll see where it goes from here. Look, if he turns out to be, if he gets off this somehow, some way, CBS will have no choice but to bring him back, right? I mean, you can't fire a guy if he's not guilty of anything.
Yeah, it depends on what the clause is in his contract, because that was embarrassing for CBS, and he represents CBS. And
I think Tony would have a lawsuit if they did that.
He signed a 10-year, $180 million contract with CBS. And there were those at the time that said, man, this is the worst contract in broadcast history.
Yep.
Because when he first got on the scene, he was great, predicting plays, energetic. In the last couple of years, he was getting hammered. And there was a report even last year that they wanted him to be a little bit more dedicated as a broadcaster and work on his prep and be better at his job. He was regressing at the job. There were people last year talking about, man, CBS regrets this 10-year, $180 million contract. Greg Olson, man, at Fox, he got screwed. He could move over. And people still wondered the other day. And, of course, I think CBS can only suspend him right now because the guy has not been convicted of anything.
Yeah.
He got arrested, but he hasn't been convicted. We do have due process in this country. But you do wonder about certain clauses in the contract if CBS is looking to get out of it, or do you just have a high-priced broadcaster working the number 4 booth calling a bunch of Jets games? I mean, you talk about punishment, although that might drive him to drink more.
Absolutely it would.
But hey, congratulations. You get the Jets.
Look, it's going to be interesting to see where this plays out. Will there be a settlement reached, perhaps? They still owe the guy $70 million plus on his contract. So, I mean, it's a lot of money that I don't imagine Tony's going to walk away from unless he absolutely has to. But Romo's got enough money to get the best attorneys that are out there, and I would imagine I wouldn't be surprised if he's already done that. And they're looking through that contract to find any kind of loophole, any kind of whatever. And I'm sure they want to get him off of this OWI, which is weird, first and foremost. Still, this is going to be a fight. CBS has every right to suspend him until this is over. I get that. But if it comes down to, well, now you're fired, that could be a different thing depending on the outcome of this whole situation.
And that really will depend on the wording of the contract. But I do think that's why it's suspended. And part of the reason why CBS made the announcement is they have, what's it called, upfronts. You know, they'll have a big deal in New York in a couple of weeks where they'll have all the broadcasters out there and announce all the different crews, and media does a bunch of interviews, and these guys all talk, and every network does it, and CBS is preparing for it now. And, you know, the timing of this is bad. And for J.J. Watt, what a great opportunity. And J.J. Watt has been really good on television, really good on TV.
Absolutely, he has. And again, he's a hell of a lot cheaper, at least for now, than Tony Romo is. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out and where it goes from here. But, I feel bad for Tony Romo. I do. And I know he's getting hammered for his broadcast duties and not kind of just going through the motions at times. It
Pun
seemed
intended on that? Getting hammered?
Yeah, well, yeah. Although, I don't know. Was he? You look at that video, and look, I'm no expert on drunks, I guess. Maybe I should be. But, I mean, he didn't look – he wasn't slurring his words that I could tell, and it didn't look all that drunk to me. So I don't know. Apparently the police there in Wisconsin thought that he was.
Well, and again, the arrest, but again, all of it, I say this every time. You try not to make fun of a guy in that situation because everybody listening right now, or just about everybody listening, at some point has rolled those dice. At some point you say, I'm good to drive, and you're going to go. At some point, we've all done that. And when you're Tony Romo, though, you have to know that you run the risk that you're going to be in the news, and it might cost you your job. You know, most everybody right now, they don't – just the embarrassment of their family and whatever they might have to deal with their job, but you're not going to have a gazillion memes made about you and the everything else that comes along with it.
Well, we'll see how this plays out and what goes on with it. But right for now, it's J.J. Watt's gig with Jim Nantz. Hey, Pledge is happy about that. Greg Olson is probably saying, "Hey, who is the number one guy at Fox?
A little Tom Brady.
Oh, that's right, Tom Brady. How can I forget about the GOAT?
I mean,
the biggest contract.
Yeah,
the GOAT, Tom Brady. Greg Olson could probably, hey, CBS. Here I am. We'll see what happens. Greg Olson is great. I think he's really good. But so is J.J. Watt. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
And you wonder with Greg Olson, what is his contract with Fox?
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Could he get out of it, or what is his non-compete in there? Now, granted, I don't know if the big-time broadcaster contracts are kind of like a coordinator, like, hey, you're under contract, but if you're going somewhere to be a head coach, you're good. If you're going somewhere from the number 2 chair to the number 1 chair, we'll let you go.
Interesting.
I don't know if Greg Olson has that in his contract, or at the very least, when he went from the number 1 chair to the number 2 because Tom Brady got there, did they make in a deal like that? Hey, if something happens at another network and you are moving to the number 1 spot, we'll let you out of your deal.
Well, as much money as Tom Brady's being paid, he's going to have to do something seriously wrong for them to can him. I mean, they're letting him be a co-owner of the Raiders and all this stuff.
And go wrestling.
Get
his luchador mask, be ready to go.
I got it for you here, Tom. Right here, buddy.
Ron Eagle got one in the mail today.
How about that?
He's afraid to put it on because it might mess up his hair.
Yeah, I'll do it later in the show. So if you're watching, you make plans later in the show.
You're gonna drive home wearing that?
Yeah, I might. That'd be kind of I'd get some looks, don't you think?
Yeah. You would.
Might scare poor Siri again.
It might.
Who knows?
He pissed off his car earlier today.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that coming up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know how to drive in this town, Minix.
Uh-huh. It's always the other people, isn't it?
I'm a perfect driver myself.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Some lady trying to, cut me off and cut in front of me, and I'm like, what the F are you doing? And my computer there, Siri or whatever the hell her name is, Just said, well, I'm not doing anything. I just wanted to talk to you.
You hurt her feelings.
I did.
I know.
How do you hurt a computer's feelings?
I just, when she won't unlock the doors when you try to get out of here or turns on the heater instead of the air conditioner, you'll know.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of scared to go back to the car.
Your car's alive. All right, Pledge looked it up. Let's see. Olsen's getting $10 million when he's calling games as the number 1 team. On the number 2 team, he only makes $3 million per.
Man.
But Andrew Marchman said that Olsen does have an opt-out clause that allows him to seek a role with another network in the event that he's bumped from the number 1 Fox team.
Well, he's
so
been
apparently
bumped.
he's out, yeah, or he has that opt-out.
Interesting. So I'm sure he's watching to see what's going on. With
agent is on the phone now.
Absolutely. Everybody's trying to figure that out. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little college football because Steve Sarkisian rambled on today. Not sure exactly what he said.
Yesterday, but he's still going.
I need your help on that. And Kurt Cignetti, you talk about a guy that, he's got some stones now because he's got a national championship. And
it's pretty simple. I win.
Yeah, that's what he does, and he's touting the Big Ten. We'll hear from both of those guys when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-550-8841. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-550-8841. That's 800-550-8841.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples. That was easy. Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gamez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prizes, and fun for the whole family.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe. and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin, thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
What is the greatest word of all time? What's your favorite word to say?
There's lots of good words. Try to think of my favorite word. The one that I hate the most, moist.
You don't like that word?
Moist.
I like it because people hate it.
Do you prefer swampy?
Well, see, swampy is probably more appropriate. I like the automatopoeia. I like it sounding like what it is.
Musty.
Poontang.
You can't say
It kind of rolls off the tongue.
Grow up, boys.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1.
This is the home of the Aggies, and this is Andrew Monaco. You're locked on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back on a Friday here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe, he's Jason. Lots happening with the Dallas Cowboys. We'll get back into that here pretty soon. But a little college football talk, too. Big Ten Media Days were taking place this week. And not a lot of fireworks out of there, although the Kyle Whittingham, the Michigan head coach, had something to say about maybe fixing college football. And then, well, there's Kirk Cignetti.
Well, and again, this kind of coming off the heels of SEC Media Days, which they go first, so they say their things, and the Big Ten gets the last word, if you will. And, you know, the idea of even though the Big Ten has won the national championship, that doesn't mean they're the best. Kurt Cignetti said, hold my beer.
The Big Ten is the best league in football. And a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain.
Well, who's he talking about that does that? The SEC.
We have such a tough schedule.
Yes, the SEC.
Now, yesterday on the Rich Eisen show, Sark was on, and there's a very long answer, but some nuggets in there that you can talk about the current state of college athletics.
I got a chance to work for Coach Saban for 3 years. And he used to use a line that stuck with me. He used to always say, adapt or die. And there's a reason dinosaurs aren't on the earth anymore. But I think that's very true. And I think about that, like I said, even the past 5 years, the evolution of college football. And I really believe this, that we've done a really good job of adapting to that. And I don't think our ability to adapt is going to come to a stop again. But I can't try to adapt to something that I don't know where it's headed next. I can have some foresight, and I can say, hey, you know, this is where we might go, so let's think about it. But the reality is this is where we are, and how are we going to take advantage of these opportunities at a place like Texas to, again, be as successful as we can be. And I think that we've done that. But again, you know, like I caught a little bit of, I guess, grief over something I said at SEC Media Days. And we talked about, you know, player retention on our roster, which is part of what you're saying. We've got to try to retain our players year in and year out. We're still recruiting high school football. We're still trying to recruit really good high school players to develop in our program. But inevitably, the transfer portal to some degree has become free agency. And we went 10-3 last year. We played your alma mater in the Citrus Bowl, and it was a heck of a win for us. But we weren't a playoff team. 10-3 doesn't feel good enough. And so you have to evaluate your roster. And then you've got players on your current roster that other schools are recruiting, and they're offering, high amounts of money to. And then you have to make really difficult decisions because, like coming off of last year's team, I had to let probably, 5 or 6 really good players leave because of the amount of money that other schools were offering them to ultimately clear cap space so that I could then go sign other transfers to where I felt like we could upgrade our roster. People are like, how could he say that out loud? Well, I'm saying it out loud because that's the reality of where we're at in college football. To think that we're the only school doing that, I think people have their head in the sand. But that's where we're at, and that's the evolution, and that's the ability to adapt to the times of where we're at in college football today.
It's interesting that he's talking about a cap and stuff like that. I understand what he's talking about. You got to get rid of some guys if you want to sign somebody else, or somebody's offering them more money than you're willing to pay. I understand all that, which is why Kyle Whittingham yesterday, or whenever it was we heard from him, the head coach at Michigan, I love his idea. Make it a minor league pro football and unions and salary caps and contracts, and it just seems like the best way to handle all of it.
Well, and again, there's not necessarily a cap in college football. You have a maximum of rev share, but you can go raise other NIL funds to be able to, go there. But maybe Texas has a budget, and they put their own salary cap on there. And you're talking about 5 or 6 guys, man, I love you. If they're going to pay you that, go. I'm not, because I can use that money to go get this guy that's better than you, and we're going to money whip. Now, what I find interesting, though, because there does need to be some sort of salary cap, because even a school like Texas, even a school like Michigan, at some point, and who knows when, because it feels like the billionaires, Cody Campbell, are just going to double down.
Yep.
But at some point, they're going to stop writing those checks if they can't raise the revenue. There is a thing going on in New Jersey that I find extremely bizarre, that they're using state taxpayer money. Rutgers, there's a $5 million loophole that they're kind of figuring out how they can pay their college athletes. And it's a state deal of in the New Jersey's $60 billion state budget, a $5 million handout for Rutgers that is labeled as events, attractions, and marketing, basically NIL. Now, they can't take that tax money and give it directly to a player, but they're paying for the infrastructure to be able to go hire some people using that public money that can then go get those dollars to get to the player. So indirectly, that's $5 million added to the Rutgers budget coming from taxpayers.
Now, I hope that pisses some people off, because there's going to be some people there that aren't football fans and that damn sure don't want to contribute to the Rutgers University. And so I hope that pisses some people off. It's going to take something like that where people are just going to be fed up with this or pissed off, and you've got to change it. And again, I keep saying this, and everybody's, well, look how great college football is. And, well, it is, but for how long? I mean, and you're hearing coaches more and more now, like you heard Whittingham the other day, even Sark talking about the challenges and the caps that he's under. And something's got to change. I mean, players are not going to ask for less money.
No.
It's only going to be more every single year. They're going to ask for more money and more money and more money. And look, I don't blame them. I'm not mad at them. If I'd want the most amount of money that I could get as well. But, I mean, at some point in time, it's got to change. It has to. And somebody's got to figure this out. And the legislation that's going on in Washington right now, the SEC, the Big Ten, and everybody else can't figure out exactly what they want in that, and everybody wants it perfect for them, and that's just not going to happen.
Now, this report also says New Jersey, Rutgers isn't alone. Wisconsin has recently passed a bill giving $14.6 million in state tax dollars to clear athletic debt, freeing up their internal revenue that's straight for NIL. And this report says there's another 20-plus major state universities that can run this exact same play, this loophole in government by 2027. So part of me is like, well, they're getting creative and able to get this done. But now they're using tax dollars, right? And that doesn't seem right. Now, again, if UTSA, for example, or Texas A&M or Texas Tech, these private universities are able to get more money from the state and go hire some people, because, they need more staff. As more and more things are coming on like this, you're going to have people that are paid employees of the university to run it. That the idea that every school now has a general manager, that's a salary that 10 years ago was never even thought of for a university.
Very true. But again, taxpayer money. I can see some politicians in Wisconsin or New Jersey wanting to take a look at this now that this has come out. And I just don't think it's going to fly for very long. I just think you're going to have some people making a lot of noise about, hey, I didn't pay my taxes to help out Rutgers University or the University of Wisconsin. That's if I want to donate to those colleges, I'll do that. But if my tax money should not go there.
And again, certain tax monies I do believe are already going to university, but not directly to support NIL funds, right? It's so, I don't know. And if you're a politician, you say, yeah, but, they get on TV and they attract visitors to the area and it all helps. Salary cap, super leagues, we've been saying it since it started. This isn't sustainable, yet every year those numbers just continue to grow and continue to grow because we love college football. And right now, it doesn't seem to be affecting the product on the field, although I was surprised to hear Jeff Traylor say down at the coaches convention, the Texas High School Coaches Association, that he was not overly, I forget the exact term he used, but not overly happy with the product that they were putting on the field. When we asked him to clarify that last week when he was here on the Blitz, it was just some of the players that, guys that you have and you're planning to have them, and then they transferred out in the spring. Getting rid of that spring portal window certainly helped, and it will help this year's team because the guys that were practicing in the spring after January, he knew he had his team. Those guys were all going to be on the field starting in September, for their first game, starting here in a couple weeks when they hit the practice field for the first time.
Well, and again, it's going to get worse and worse. And again, you could pay a guy. He may be a 5-star recruit. You pay him millions of dollars, and he may turn out to be a bust. I mean, that's a chance you take, just like in the NFL. And so, I don't know. Look, I'm just all for the guardrails, and I think modeling it after, and we're talking football only because the other sports are going to have to figure it out as well. But football seems to be the most pressing, at least at this point in time. And a pro football model and NFL model for college football, I am all for. And I think that would solve a lot of problems. I really do. So we'll see what happens. I guess they're trying. But if you leave it to the federal government, it's going to creep along.
It certainly will.
Just
before we go to
along.
break, can I ask an odd question?
Sure.
What's up with your shirt? Somebody on our YouTube page says you need to burn your shirt.
I don't know why. I love this shirt. You kidding me?
Is there a logo on it that I'm not seeing?
No logos. It's just fireworks, man. It's a festive shirt.
A Katy Perry special, huh?
It's festive. And fireworks. I guess those are fireworks. I don't know.
Looks like fireworks to me.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I think it's a very patriotic shirt.
Well, maybe we just have a cardinal logo on the other sleeve.
No,
something
there's
I couldn't
nothing.
see.
This is a non.
Why would somebody hate that shirt?
I have no idea.
No other countries use fireworks?
Well, dude, I'm just saying. It's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
He called it patriotic.
Well, it is. I mean, if he were in another country and wearing it, he could say he's patriotic for that country.
Well, not necessarily. It's red, white, and blue, which is
we're not the only country that uses those colors.
Last time I checked, well, who else says that? Red, white, and blue.
Well, I don't know. I don't live in Chile, but I know that's their flag.
Chile's got red, white, and blue?
Sure.
Cuba?
Yeah.
Cuba. I'm not sure they're all patriotic in Cuba. They're told what to do there.
Well, they're forced patriotism.
Yeah, they're told what to do there.
Great scuba diving in Cuba.
Oh, really? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Good.
Back when Guantanamo Bay was a thing in the Navy.
Well, back in the 50s, I understand. Now, I wasn't here then. I'm not that old. But,
Are you sure?
It was the Las Vegas. It was Vegas. I mean, you could go there and gamble and resorts, and it was like a vacation spot.
I've got a cousin that lives in Canada. They can go vacation in Cuba, and he says it's wonderful.
Well, I guess it is. I don't know. I have no desire to go to Cuba at this point in time.
One time we were at Gitmo, and from where your ships are docked and you're walking towards the McDonald's, I remember we were walking, and there was the biggest-ass lizard that was across the sidewalk. You could not walk past this lizard. We all thought it was like a Komodo dragon or something, but they just said it was a lizard. I don't know, but we were all just stopped in our tracks waiting for that thing to move because none of us were going anywhere near it.
And did it move?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Dude, if you just run at it, just go up to it.
You ain't no.
Well, why not?
No, you don't know what it's going to do.
It's not going to do anything to you.
Dude, you had no idea. That thing, I mean, you could have jumped on the back and rode that thing. It was massive.
Now, you see, I love how Minix is scared to death of stuff, but yet I'm not supposed to be.
What do you mean?
You notice that?
What are you talking about?
I'm supposed to get close to the seal.
You said
and take a picture. I'm supposed to get close to this and do that, but you won't.
Dude, I rode a camel.
Oh, my God. So what?
You didn't ride a camel.
I wanted to.
Yeah, after you heard that you were too heavy for it.
You got no room to talk in there. You had an opportunity and you passed it by.
Yeah, he
I
made
had to work.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
not at night. You didn't.
You could have made that.
Actually, I did it that night.
No, I saw you on camera at my house. You had plenty of time to go out there. You made the right decision, though. I can tell you that. Riding the camel.
I don't think you made the right decision.
I can promise you he did. Even when we were talking to the boss man out there, he was like, yeah, never get somebody to do that twice.
Well, that's interesting. That's too bad. But I just love how brave you are when it comes to me doing stuff.
Well, you're the one that's barking at seals saying that you wanted to go bark with it.
I
just encourage you.
I will bark with every seal out there. It doesn't mean I want to, hug them.
Yeah, it does.
No, it really does not. It does not.
Yeah, it does.
We got to take a break.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, we do.
Here
actually.
we got it.
We're very late for this break. We have to do this. We come back. We'll talk a little more Cowboys football. We'll hear from Dak Prescott as well. That's coming up. And don't forget, we will mention the Houston Texans. Our good friend John McClain's going to join us at 5:15. So
I was wondering where you were going with that.
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is a Friday. Everybody has their weekend plans. None of you plan on getting arrested, but it will happen to some of you because people get arrested every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, Tony Romo, you want to get out of jail fast, the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online. Just go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. And you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Whether you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We asked them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Academy is giving back to school back to kids with brands like Nike, Burlebo, and Adidas. Line up early on August 1st to score a promo card worth up to $100. Be one of the first 125 in line for a guaranteed promo card valued at $20 or more. Academy. No purchase necessary. Open to Texas residents 18 or older. See academy.com/official rules.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, what are the words of your generation?
Go forth and prosper. And we got football, finally. Football starts on Thursday night. Training camp continues. And oh, by the way, college just around the corner. Lots to do. Study up. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is Friday. We're back on a Friday afternoon. Always gives us a little pep in the step, I guess, right? The weekend is here.
Sure.
The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Cowboys kind of, I wouldn't say it was a day off, or maybe it was. They didn't practice, at least that the media was allowed in. But a bunch of guys went to the podium and did all of that kind of stuff, and I'm sure they had a bunch of meetings as well. So.
Sure. It's training camp. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But our friend Jeff Meyer from the Big Blind, he just texted and said, I need to hear from Dak. There are people out there that actually want to hear from QB1 of the Dallas Cowboys.
Why?
Gotti.
Oh, Gotti, yeah.
Gotti.
There we go. I figured he just needed a little positivity in his day today.
He does.
I mean, positivity.
I mean, you get that.
The greatest team alive.
And look, greatest offense there is.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
That's
yes,
Gotti.
Yes.
And look, a lot of you want to know, how did you come up with Gotti?
Yeah, I mean, as I just said, right, in year one in Shoddy and just the guys last year, a lot of times you have a lot of turnover, and we didn't have a lot of much turnover at all on our offensive side, right? We added some guys, and some younger guys are going to have to step up. So, maybe we seasoned the group a little bit, and guys are getting older, but we're close to some historic things last year. And when you have the guys that y'all have all just mentioned, whether it be the Tylers up front or it be George and CD outside, or like I said, Ferg and Flo, and, you almost call them the alternate guys because the other guys' names are so big, right? Why can't we be, and just, let's be the greatest offense there is. You've heard the greatest show on turf and all the other different nicknames. And so just in our trip in Utah, something I guess I had thought about in the time leading up to that, and just kind of presented it to the guys in our trip, and each and every one of them, loved it, or taking pride in it, and that's as cool as anything, is to watch them take pride in it and watch them talk about it and say it to each other, and it's the way that we've been practicing. We're just going to keep pushing each other.
Just keep pushing each other. Again, the whole Gotti thing, whatever. I mean, the greatest show on turf was cool.
It was.
Gotti. You can't just put that on a T-shirt and expect people to know what the hell that is.
But if you know what it is, which is what we are doing here on the Blitz, we are educating you so that you know. Now, I will also say this. Do you think Kurt Warner came up with the greatest show on turf, or was that a nickname bestowed upon them?
Bestowed upon them.
Aren't all the great nicknames bestowed upon you?
Well, this one was not.
Exactly.
So what's your point?
You can't give yourself the nickname Gotti. Yeah, I mean, and let it out.
So you're saying Dak's wrong?
I'm saying that.
You're
look,
criticizing the great Dak Prescott.
I suppose that I am.
Oh my gosh!
It ain't the first time, and it sure as hell ain't going to be the last time.
Are you kidding me?
Good Lord, child. Now you look at this though. If you're taking everybody out to Utah, Ferg and Flo, and everybody else.
Now that's a T-shirt.
Ferg and Flo.
I'm the F to the E, R, G, the I, the E. I'm Fergalicious.
See, they got some flow to that, right?
Yes.
I mean, it all works. You want to say that, and you keep that inside the locker room, cool. But you can't let it out that you've given yourself your own nickname, right? I mean, you sound like a bad wrestler at that point. You know what I'm going to be, and you pick a bad wrestler.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't give yourself a nickname.
Well, I totally agree with you.
You can't,
Wow.
especially if you're calling yourself the greatest.
Yes.
Right? It can be a goal, and it could be one of those things privately that you keep private. But now, granted, I don't know that Dak really wanted that out. Tyler Guyton has a lot to learn about playing left tackle
In more ways than one, yes.
about keeping things that happened during the Ferg and Flo trip on the Ferg and Flo trip, if you know what I mean. Right?
Yep.
But you can't give yourself that nickname, right? I don't know that back in the day those boys said, you know what, let's call ourselves Doomsday. That was given to them.
That was given to
Just
them.
like America's team was given to the Dallas Cowboys and coined by NFL Films. The Cowboys didn't. Tex Schramm didn't say, we're going to brand ourselves as America's team.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
You cannot name yourself and call yourself Gotti. It's fun. I like it. Here we Gotti.
It sucks. Come on now.
I'm
it's fun. There's nothing fun about it.
It's
Song
all
you
fun.
dong.
Exactly. Right? It is fun. I know it's fun because you hate it and you hate nice things.
Fun.
You hate fun things.
Gotti. That should have been our poll.
What?
Gotti. Is it stupid or not?
Well, look, I mean, there are going to be a bunch of people out there that hate everything that Dak Prescott does, and they're going to say it's stupid.
Well, and it is.
Right?
It's fun. Hold on. I don't hate Dak Prescott. I criticize when he needs to be criticized.
Like now?
Well, yeah. This is dumb.
No, again, it's fun. I get it. If you are leading what do you call a work trip? You're going to Utah. You're trying to get in some work. You're trying to do some bonding. You know, you came up with this saying. I'm cool with that. But you can't give yourself a nickname.
No.
And let that out of the locker room. If they wanted to call themselves that, or at some point somebody heard it and say Brad Sham were to start talking about it, I mean, and let it grow organically. But no, I mean, I like all of this except for it's wrong.
Greatest offense there is.
I mean, you got high expectations.
Now,
I'm glad that's your goal.
If I'm a defense that is going to play the Cowboys, that is written on my board the week before I play the Cowboys.
Absolutely.
We get to suck on that all week.
That guy. I mean, you can hear the comments like that with Gotti at the end. I mean, every defense is going to do that.
Sure they are.
Right.
And I don't blame them. Now, some will be able to do something about it maybe, and some won't. But that remains to be seen. Well, sure, and you should, Shotty. By the way, you ask and you get. We have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Is Gotti greatest offense there is? A cool name for the Cowboys offense, yes or no?
Well, it is a cool name for the offense, but again, you're missing the point, James Pledger, which, again, it can be a cool nickname.
It's not a cool nickname, though, and that I like the question. It's a horrible nickname, Gotti.
It all might be, but you can't give it to yourself.
Gotti.
You know, it was like when dude came up with Hot Boys. That was
dumb.
Ain't nobody calling you Hot Boys.
And that went away really quick,
well,
which
really
I'm afraid Gotti will too.
I
got it off. I don't. Apparently, I hate fun things, all of them. But this is not fun, Steven. I'm telling you, this is not a fun thing. It's just It's just dumb.
Dude, I'm having so much fun with it because your head explodes.
Well, right now, the very intelligent people on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page agree with me. It's a horrible nickname. 79% say no and 21% say yes. And I anticipate it will continue that way.
Uh-huh.
But that's why we do it. This is democracy in action.
Yep.
You have the choice to say whether it's cool or not.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So
I love you, Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So go
Here
vote.
we got it. I can hear it now, right? We're going to be out of practice next week in Oxnard, California.
So instead of here we go, it's here we got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he does that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Good night.
Now, and I'm not sure, because I do like to think that we have some smart people listening. Now, based on some of the YouTube comments, we're not close to 100% on that. But a comment said, in all caps, Jerry coined Dallas America's team, you are too one-sided. And then you get called the Cowboy Slurper. Jerry wasn't even the owner of the Dallas Cowboys when America's team was bestowed upon the Dallas Cowboys.
No, he was not. That was way back in the Tom Landry days and the
Tex
Schramm days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry had nothing to do with that.
But
I'm just saying.
John Vicenda in NFL Films.
Yes.
With
that dude,
Roger Staubach,
greatest
as quarterback
voice in the world.
Absolutely.
He was outstanding.
Absolutely. Hey, Eli, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? I just want to chime in real quick on this. I know, everybody has their opinion. This is my little take on it. I feel that Dak is really just trying to create a culture, and, he's trying to cater to a bunch of young guys. Look at the way CD dresses, and look at the way they're on their trendy stuff. These are kids, man. So Dak is trying to do something to get these guys to lock in, make sure they come to practice, make sure they want it as bad as he does on the way out. He's trying to create something that's going to move these guys, that's going to be different than the last however many years it's been. That's how I feel on it.
How old are you, Eli?
I'm 36.
So, you were 6 years old the last time the Cowboys did something. Do you remember that?
Man, I do. I even remember like a Buffalo game too. But I don't remember any plays, or I just remember seeing it.
You've heard the stories from your family. I can tell you that. Eli, I get it. And what you're saying, I agree with. If they're going out to this retreat and Dak is thinking of things that he can help motivate the guys and keep them locked in, I'm cool with all of that. I am. We should not know about it.
Locked in.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, everybody's locked in. Hell, Dak said George Pickens is dialed in the offseason.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've watched it. I'm watching him over there take notes and talk to young guys and, be as locked in as I've ever seen it, and it's already showing out there on the field. It's impressive. He knows what this year is for him individually. He knows what this year means for the team. He wants to contribute. He's one of the best teammates I've been around, and just his energy, how he shows up for the team, and what he does. And so, he's just taking another level, and that's what you expect with a guy who loves the game like he does.
Hey, and I'm going to say something that might surprise you. I think George Pickens has been great. I think the way he's approached this season after he signed the franchise tag, he's been great. He's coming in. He's at least the first 2 days, and we got a long way to go. But he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Now, again, he's making $27 million this year, which you can tell me a lot of things to do, and I'm going to say, yes, sir.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's nothing but respect right now for him.
And again, though, the whole Gotti thing, I'm cool with. I just wish we didn't know about it, right?
Pickens and C.D. Lamb went into the showers after they said, "Gee, you believe what Dak just came up with? Gotti, what the hell is that?"
Why do you think they're talking in the shower that way? I mean, they're on a retreat. They've got their own rooms.
You know what
Come
I mean?
on. But there is also a level of confidence with this team going into this camp that we haven't seen. Dak Prescott knows the scrutiny that he plays under, and it is a massive magnifying glass. And he does not give a about any of the negative and the crap that's going to come his way, even for showing up wearing that Super Bowl 30 championship T-shirt?
Set the tone. I think the tone's been set. To say a T-shirt was going to do it would be soft. Is that what somebody said? To think that a T-shirt was going, I knew you guys would like it. Didn't know how many of the teammates would see it. It's just got done talking about it. Really, it's just the manifesting thing, right? Like me and Tad are just talking about it on the way up here. When we want stuff in life a lot of times, but then when people start talking about it, you kind of hesitate. Like, should I say that? If they're going to hold me to it, well, absolutely. Playing in this organization, being in it 10 years, right, going into year 11, I'm not going to shy away from it. Like when you don't have it, it sucks. When you don't get to play for it, when you're watching other teams play in the playoff, like there's nothing worse than that. And so. Yeah, I said I'd be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys when I was 6 years old, and said I'd be in the NFL, and I got here. A lot of things in my life, I said I'd do, and I did it. And so, like, why shy away from that now? Why shy away from asking people to hold me to the same standard that I believe that I can accomplish and this team can accomplish? And so I don't know if the T-shirt was, this is it, as much as, hell, I've said it in the offseason. I've said it before. I know Shotty's spoken about it. We've got certain teammates and leaders that'll do the same. So, it was an energy thing.
I got no problem with the T-shirt. In fact, I applauded him for doing that. And I think you're talking about Super Bowl. You should be talking about Super Bowl when you arrive at camp. But I do agree with Mother Football the other day. Said, okay, but that's it. You come into camp, you talk about the Super Bowl. That's great. That's your goal. Now go to work. And be quiet and focus on what you're doing. And that I agree with. But I got no problem with him wearing that T-shirt. I thought it was great.
And again, he knew that there would be a lot of laughing, a lot of jokes, and all of that kind of stuff. But there is a confidence with this team and this roster from what they have on offense because of Gotti and what they want to do on defense. And the fact that Jerry the other day talking about mortgaging the future. Stephen Jones earlier today doubling down on making a big trade on a radio show earlier today, which, again, the Cowboys are operating differently than they normally do.
Well, I think people should hear from Stephen Jones. If you have not heard from Stephen Jones and what he said, might make you think. And keep in mind what Jerry said on Tuesday. That he would be willing to mortgage the future, I believe were his exact words, to get a player in here that would make a difference. So keep that in mind when you hear from Stephen and the little shot we got yesterday with Stephen and Jerry and Dr. Cooper. All of that stuff, it kind of ties in together and goes hand in hand. Let's give away some tickets. Minix, what do you say?
Let's do it. Trophy Hunters, the Hunters Extravaganza next weekend out at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall.
We've got a family 4-pack of tickets, not just one, not just two, not just three, a family 4-pack of tickets. You can go either day, I'm assuming.
Any day.
Okay, August 7th through the 9th is when this runs.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Out at Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. You might want to go on Friday, though, because Rob Thompson's going to be there on that Friday.
He is.
And
handling snakes.
We'll be talking. We'll be talking to him. Now, look, if you don't win tickets, you can always buy them at ttha.com, okay? But somebody's going to walk away right now with a family 4-pack of tickets to the Texas Trophy Hunters Extravaganza. Call the number 7-656-3776, 656-ESPN. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Brisket sandwiches, beef tacos or enchiladas, and more. Tamalitos Restaurant on 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code FAST to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code FAST to borrow up to $10,000. Use code FAST to borrow up to $10,000.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Rangers and the Astros kick off a weekend series in Houston tonight. You can catch the game tonight on your home for the Rangers baseball. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, beginning at 6:30 with the pregame show. Big news today, though, Tony Romo has been placed on leave from his role at CBS until further notice. Of course, that's following his OWI arrest in Milwaukee. J.J. Watt will take his place.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, yes, it is the Blitz on a Friday afternoon. So happy it's Friday. A getaway Friday for us because we'll be headed to California on Sunday afternoon, getting ready to broadcast all next week from Cowboys Training Camp there in Oxnard. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
Ready to go. Our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys Training Camp all next week, brought to you by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. And it'll be interesting to see if the Cowboys have made a splash trade by the time we get there, or do they wait till we get there to be a part of the circus that will be. But the Cowboys, look, Jerry said it the other day. He talked to an owner Monday about a massive trade. Who's willing to sacrifice the future for the now because they've got a win-now attitude. Then yesterday, Jerry, Steven, and Dr. Cooper were having a long meeting in one of the tents there during practice, which, again, very unusual during practice for Jerry and Steven to be in that part of the facility. And, again, years of going experience for Joe and myself to explain this to you. During practice, Jerry is generally up in that perch that you always see. It's in between the 2 practice fields. And that tent that they were sitting in, is kind of a VIP area. Former players are there, some wives, that sort of thing. It's not an area that Jerry would typically be in during practice, typically. And a long conversation like that with Dr. Cooper, who, by the way, did the surgery on Max Crosby.
Max Crosby, he's one of those guys the Cowboys were interested in.
They were.
Yes.
And they didn't walk away from that deal.
Apparently, that's what Jerry says. So, look, there's a lot of smoke out there, without a doubt. And, well, Stephen Jones today didn't do anything to put those fires out.
Yeah, he went on 105.3 The Fan. And the boys were, I guess, in asking the question, didn't say Max Crosby's name by name, but kind of hinted at, because, tampering, and Max currently plays for another team, and Steven didn't necessarily downplay that's who they were talking about.
Yeah, we're always looking at things. I mean, that's just part of it. And, we don't need to be putting names.
I was very vague on that. I specifically.
You did better than the reporter the other day.
I heard. Yeah.
I like Jane, but Jane
Slater.
She's trying to get us in trouble, I think.
We love Jane, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I think, we're always looking at situations. And, I think, we've got several things that we're considering right now. Some of it trade, some of it, signing guys, because a lot of these older players who've still got some tread on the tire.
Maybe play linebacker.
Can come in here and help you. And so, it may come in the form of a trade. It may come in the form of a veteran signing as you move into camp, because a lot of these veteran players a lot of times don't like to go to the first part of training camp. So.
Yeah, he's right. And there are some older guys out there that are available, none of which, though, is considered mortgaging the future. If you're talking about Von Miller, if you're talking about,
Bobby Wagner?
Bobby Wagner. Neither one of those guys I would consider a splash. Necessary? Would they help? Sure, absolutely. But to me, that's not a splash. If you're talking about a linebacker, a pass rusher, then there you go, especially if it's a big name.
Well, and again, I think you can still make a big trade and add a Von Miller or add a Bobby Wagner. But Steven specifically said they're looking for a piece that can put them over the top.
Everybody's always striving to get especially if you're fortunate enough to get to that level where you have a lot of the pieces, but you might be missing a piece, which is usually the case. With a lot of teams, you can always use that, last one or two pieces that put you over the top. And certainly we're always looking for that. We're constantly looking for ways to be better. I've always said it, player acquisitions 365 days a year. We need to always be looking for something that makes sense to make the Dallas Cowboys a better football team and give us the opportunity to contend and ultimately win a championship. I mean, that's every team's goal. It's certainly our goal. We certainly know our fans are looking for that. It's been way too long, and we do think, as you mentioned, the offense, has checked a lot of boxes in terms of being there, and defensively, we don't know that we've checked all the boxes, but we constantly look to check another box.
Very true. And, again, if you think there's a player out there that can put you over the top, and I think if it comes to Jordan Brooks or Max Crosby, I think those two guys would qualify for something like that, and they are both a need for this offense at this point in time. So we'll see if they get it done. And it'd be nice if they'd wait until next week to do that.
It would be. And, again, Max Crosby is obviously the biggest name. Jordan Brooks entered a conversation today when Brian Broaddus suggested that, and obviously Brian has his ear very close to the ground, and when he says something, you listen to it. Now, financially, I'm not sure how that works since he signed that big deal with Miami, because there was some talk about him before he signed that big deal, because then Miami would have some dead cap issues. So I just look at I don't know who that big splash player is. I mean, you hear some of these reporters that are close to the ground, and they're putting names out not just because, well, let's see who's available. You know, a lot of talk about Von Miller. It was Von Miller has talked about wanting to be a Cowboy.
Sure.
A lot of talk about Bobby Wagner, and his name has been associated with the Cowboys on a variety of levels throughout the years. And Steven can actually talk about Bobby Wagner because he's a veteran player that currently isn't under contract. So, Steven, what about a Bobby Wagner?
Obviously, Bobby Wagner's a great player. There's several others out there who hadn't signed that, have a great, have a great resume. And, there are always guys that we're looking, and see how they fit. We're getting a better feel from a personnel standpoint. Will is, his staff, in terms of the traits we want. That they can step in and really make a difference in Christian Parker and his staff system. So those are all things that will continue to look to be better. I'd be surprised if the starting players on this defense, don't change over time.
Right.
And we're always looking to be better. We'll continue to monitor this.
Well, that's a great vote of confidence for those dudes that are starting right now.
I think you could take that one of two ways. Those guys are going to hear that, and they better work their ass off. I remember, Dat Wynn used to talk about when Bill Parcells was his coach with the Cowboys. You had a bad game, and he had 4 dudes working out at your position the next day. I mean, that's the way it goes. And you wonder, all right, was he talking about a D. Winters? He wasn't talking about a Kenny Clark, I don't think, or a Quinnen Williams, but you go, all right, let's look at some of the linebackers, some of the areas that we're looking at, saying, you know what, that's a hole. And Steven just said, yeah, I'm going to be surprised. Those starters out there right now, that might be a little different come September.
It very well could. And look, they're working on something. I don't think there's any question about that. But that meeting with Dr. Cooper yesterday had Max Crosby written all over it.
Yep.
I mean, it just did, because there's none of these other guys are coming off injuries that I'm aware of that Dr. Cooper has treated. He has treated, and he basically just bamboozled that trade with the Ravens. There
might be more to that story. Eventually, we'll find out. I mean, but again, everybody knew he would not pass a physical right then, and then Baltimore was able to get Trey. So who knows?
Wouldn't you rather have Max than Trey? I would. I think Trey's a little long in the tooth.
So is coming up again for a guy coming off surgery to expect him to pass a physical. There's just something odd there. And I know, like, initially it's like, man, don't allow yourself to get excited. It ain't going to happen. The more it talks about, the Cowboys are just operating differently. They're acting like motivated buyers. Typically, the Cowboys, well, if somebody calls us with something that looks attractive, we'll do it. How many times have you heard Jerry essentially say, we don't make calls, we wait for the phone to ring, because if you make the call, it costs you more.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry has also said the best things in his life he is overpaid for.
That's it.
If he's got, in his mind, a roster that can go compete for a Super Bowl, he's going to be all in this year. And his definition is more in line with our definition if he actually pulls off a trade for a Max Crosby or a Jordan or signing somebody. If they make a trade for somebody and you don't have to go, who was that?
Yeah.
Or, at one point he was good, but now he's not?
Yeah. Well, if I recall, was it last year, the year before last, so a bunch of former first-round draft picks that were busts everywhere.
And they were busts in Dallas, too.
And they were busts in Dallas, too. So, look, clearly they're thinking about Max Crosby. I don't think there's any doubt about that just because of that conversation yesterday. But they are thinking about something. When Jerry says, I'll mortgage the future, when Steven is still talking about it and not just completely, poo-pooing the idea of going out and getting somebody, they're working on something. And when that happens, if it happens, well, I hope it's next week when that happens. Let's do that. Yes. You want to talk a little Houston Texans?
Yes, of course I do.
Of course. That's what I wanted to hear. Well, we've got just the guy to tell us all about what's happening with the Texans as they kicked off their training camp as well. The General, John McClain, he joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star, sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open today, 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 today through Sunday.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey. Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, what are the words of your generation?
Go forth and prosper. And we got football finally. Football starts on Thursday night. Training camp continues. And oh, by the way, college just around the corner. Lots to do. Study up. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We do have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Is Gotti greatest offense there is? A cool name for the Cowboys offense. Go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can like, subscribe, and vote in our poll today. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
35% right now say yes. That's a cool nickname. 65% say no. I think it's funny.
Smart people.
Well, it's fun. I just look. If they become Gotti, the greatest offense there is, and somebody else would have given them that nickname, cool. Dak Prescott, you can't give that nickname to yourself. That's how I feel about it. And while it's not Thursday, this is going to screw with some of you. It's Friday. The General, John McClain, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. How do you feel about giving yourself a nickname like Gotti?
I think Gotti's one of the dumbest nicknames I've ever heard. It sucks. They weren't even the best offense in the NFL last year. What were they, 6th or 7th in scoring and 2nd in yards? It's like somebody said, more wins, fewer nicknames. But if you got to have a nickname, nothing like Gotti. Give me a bleeping break.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, John.
Come up with a better one. Fans can come up with much better nicknames than players or teams.
I'm with you. Now, again, if they were on their retreat, which is what Dak Prescott said, working out as a unit, if you wanted
smoking what?
If you want to, they were in Utah. Is it legal there? Not
sure
that matters. But again, if you want to tell yourself and you keep it in the locker room, cool. I don't need to know about it, and that's your thing. But when it becomes public, you know, it's not like Kurt Warner said, you know what, let's call ourselves the greatest show on turf. That was America's team. America's team was given it to the Dallas Cowboys by NFL Films. Tex Schramm didn't dream that up.
And that was still probably the greatest nickname for a team ever. You know, the Steelers didn't say the steel curtain, though. Anyway, Gotti kind of sounds like John Gotti, and also makes you think like no Gotti is going to be thrown back in their face so much it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but can you imagine Dak Prescott, you know, getting ready for the snap? Here we Gotti! Instead of here we go.
That's hilarious. That's the kind of thing I would think a guy like George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb would come up with, not Dak.
Dak, it's dumb. There's no nicknames for the Houston Texans, is there, John?
Not that I know of. You know, I guess we should ask CJ after practice this weekend if he's come up with any cool nicknames for their offense. I'm afraid he might say something, and so I'm not going to answer.
You could ask him if they want to be Gotti.
Yeah, I'm sure they all want to be Gotti.
Sure.
They just don't want to be got.
Very true. You know, it's the internet world. C.J. Stroud getting ripped for looking like a 7th grader showing up for school on the first day of training camp. But, you know, a couple of days in, and I know until Pad's got one, you don't really know, but what is the vibe around that Texans training camp?
It's the same as it's been all through the offseason. People are pumped. They're excited. They're energetic. The city is energetic. Fans, media, everybody. And you say, well, energetic for what? Super Bowl contention with their defense? They should. You know, they got a lot to prove on offense, starting with the line. And I want to, and I've told you guys a lot, I think they need to prove they can get beyond the divisional round of the playoffs for the first time in history to be considered a legitimate Super Bowl contender, and their offense has to be better. But it's among Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Houston, the Texans, and the Cowboys, we've got what should be some really good to great football being played in our state this season, and I think that gets everybody fired up, except Baylor fans.
Well, this is true, but hang in there. You can jump on somebody else's bandwagon, John. When we're talking about this, obviously all the talk still is, and I know Nick Caserio came out the other day talking about C.J. Stroud and a contract extension. I don't know how you took those comments, John, but it didn't sound to me like they were in any hurry to extend C.J. Stroud.
Well, they're not, but I'll tell you what, for him to acknowledge the negotiations tells me it's going to get done. I've been thinking since Adam Schefter put out there he thought they would get an extension done before the season starts, and Adam doesn't do that unless it doesn't come from the agent or the guy negotiating the contract. There's nobody else you could do that. So once he put that out there, I'm thinking, okay, they are. Now, would I do it? No. Now, if they get him for a good deal, you know, he better not be breaking Dak's $60 million a year. I would make him come back and prove it, unless I could get him on a deal that I'm thinking might be 10 to 15 million cheaper than next year, put him in a little over 50. And but I'm guessing now they're going to get it done, or Casario wouldn't have talked about it. He generally doesn't talk about things like that. I don't know how they're going to do it. They pay people a lot of money. They pay their good players, players who've proven, players who are good soldiers, and help them win a lot of money on contract extensions. And a lot of them are short term, like Derek Stingley Jr.'s was 3 years. Will Anderson was 3 years. Now, they're extensions that come in at the end of their current contracts. But so I'm going to say they're going to get it done. It's the same agent, David Mulligetta from Austin, who did Deshaun Watson's with the old regime. So at least if they get it done, it won't be the topic of conversation all next season. And even if they didn't get it done, then next year they'd have him another year, then they could franchise him 2 years, so he's not going anywhere. A lot of national people ask me, is this make or break for Stroud? And I'll say and he's won a playoff game in each of the last 3 years. So if they only win another playoff game, are they going to get rid of him? No. If they don't make the playoffs, are they going to get rid of him? No. And so he's not going anywhere.
You know, and he's not, and this is the cheapest he is going to become. And while it doesn't feel like, John, this is going to be a distraction, I look at what happened yesterday with Baker Mayfield going to the podium and apparently cutting off all the negotiations. It's going to be talked about all year long. That could be a distraction for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I would imagine the Texans would want to avoid any kind of contract talks, especially if CJ gets off to a great start. I mean, there is the possibility, I guess, long-windedly, I'm saying, could this become a distraction at some point during the season?
No, they don't have distractions. They don't have – D'Amico Ryans does a great job, and Stroud was asked about it multiple times. He said, that's up to my agent. I'm not worried about it. I'm not talking – it's not a big deal to him. He knows he's got to play, and he's got to play a whole lot better. If he bounced back and won a Super Bowl, he'd be getting the biggest contract in the NFL. Right now, he would not. And I'd be stunned if they bounced back and led them to a Super Bowl victory this year. But also, in Baker's case, Baker Mayfield has proved, going back to college, he plays better when he feels like he's been wronged and he's got something to play for with a chip on his shoulder, and he's been playing for that bigger contract with the Buccaneers. He's done a great job. He's hurt a lot last year, and so I'd expect him, while everybody else is writing them off in the division and going with Carolina or New Orleans, I'm going with the Buccaneers again, and I think Mayfield's going to have a terrific season and get more money than they could have gotten him for him now. Usually, and you guys know this, and it's just like you said, Jason, about Stroud, if you get him now, it's going to be cheaper than if you get him later.
And that is a good point, John, but I think, it's, especially in the case of Baker Mayfield, he was injured last year. He seemed to not play as well as he did the year before. So if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you want to give him a 2-year deal, and it is an extension, so he plays this year and then that kicks in, so you've got him for 3 more years, I'm not opposed to that, even if it costs you a little bit more money. The same with C.J. Stroud. If he goes out and has a great year and he was going to make $50 million and now I got to pay him, $59, I'm okay with that because I feel a little bit better about how he performed.
I'm with you. I think the same thing, Joe.
Going to be interesting to see. Any other big stories coming out of Texans training camp early on?
The Texans are very boring. The only thing, their big stories, the linebacker Jake Hansen had to be carted off. They just, if they bring in a guy like Stephon Diggs, gone after a year, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, gone after half a year, they worked out Terry and Arnold. Everybody here went crazy based on him being all the off-field issues and getting cut by Detroit. They have taken a chance on 6 or 7 players all gone after a year or before a year. So they're careful when they do that. But right now, they don't have any issues. I better knock on wood about injury issues. But the Texans are focused. They're determined. They're a mirror image of D'Amico Ryans. That's the way D'Amico played, and that's the way he's coached. And they put out on their website, which I tweeted multiple times, him giving a speech to the players to kick off camp, and I wanted to go put on pads for the first time since junior high when I was linebacker Mad Dog McLean.
Did you give yourself that nickname?
I did not.
Why were you called Mad Dog? I'm curious.
Because in 7th grade, I had a girl who's going to show me how to French kiss on Halloween. And when I finished with my brother, taking him around, I started going to where we were going to meet to get there quicker. I started hopping fences and yards, and the dog bit me, and I didn't stop, and I kept going. She never showed up. My parents said, let's go look for the dog. I couldn't say what it was, so I got rabies shots. Mm-hmm. And all my friends in Waco still call me Mad Dog.
That's awesome. That's a great story.
That is great.
That is a great story. John, let me just ask you this. That's a great story. But I want to get back to the Texans defense. I would assume they're going to be as good, if not better, than they were last year. Why is it that – because I think, look, I think they're one of the favorites in the AFC to make it all the way. You don't seem to agree with that. I'm curious as to why.
I just don't pick them to make it all the way. That's to the Super Bowl because their offense is unproven. You know, this time last year we were talking about, wow, they got Cam Robinson at left tackle, former number 1 pick. Laken Tomlinson at left guard. He hadn't missed a game in 5 years, played with D'Amico Ryans with him when he was with the 49ers, and D'Amico was a defensive coach. Robinson was gone after 1 game, Tomlinson gone after 5. So now we're talking up these off-season additions again, and I want to see the offensive line finally prove itself, that they have competent players, competent coaching, competent guys they brought in because they've blown so many picks in the offensive line. Now, they haven't got blown all of them. The left tackle, Ariante Ursary, number 2 last year, he started all but 1 game at left tackle. And they signed Ed Ingram, a guard. Traded a 6th-round pick to Minnesota for Ed Ingram, played really well, got a new contract. But, boy, they got maybe Braden Smith at right tackle from Indy. That's who they expect to start. I'll be stunned if Wyatt Teller, who started 12 games for Cleveland, and they didn't try to keep him, and he's about to turn 32. I'll be surprised if he gets that job. And then the big one, can Jake Andrews or Keelan Rutledge, their number 1 pick, who played guard at Georgia Tech, make the transition to center. And so I just cannot do it. And I'll tell you guys this, their defense should be better. Matt Burke, when they started 0-3, D'Amico turned over play calling to him, and they went, they finished 12-5 and 1-1 in the playoffs. He's back as the play caller. I think it'll be his last year, and he'll get a head coaching job. And they are really well coached up front by 2 Longhorns, Rod Wright and Frank Oakham, and they have great coaching on defense. They have a chance to be among the 3 greatest defense in Houston history. The Love You Blue Oilers, who helped the Oilers go to back-to-back AFC championship games at Pittsburgh, had 3 in the Hall of Fame from that defense. The 93 Buddy Ryan defense, in which they had the best defense in the league and knocked out 11 starting quarterbacks and won the division. Well, this group has a chance to be as good. They're talented, they're deep, and they're well coached.
Wow.
Mad Dog McLean, the general, joining us here on the Blitz. Now, John, all next week, Joe and I are going to be in Oxnard, California at Dallas Cowboys Training Camp.
You got your electric blankets?
We were talking about our hoodies earlier. Yeah, we'll be well prepared. We're veterans heading out to Oxnard. And, the Cowboys, you watch the entire practice, and there's no limitations. And I know in Houston, they always allow the media to watch all the practice, but there are certain parts of the media where you're not allowed to photograph or video anything that's going on. They have those periods, and I know that rule hasn't changed even from the days that we were going down there. But I understand that they have also put another restriction on the media watching practice, that you're not allowed to give insight on the offensive line. You can't tell who's starting or who's playing where in different positions. That seems like a really dumbass rule to me when you're reporting on what you're seeing at training camp.
Now, what about tomorrow when the fans are there? Can the fans do it? Of course the fans can do it. And there's people talking about the starters. What they don't want is the rotation. But here's the thing. Instead of incompetent drafting, incompetent coaching, and incompetent playing in the offensive line, they're blaming it on the media because you're listing those things in training camp. I've never heard of that before. I don't know if it's Caserio, Ryan's never had that when he was playing. If players can't play with that kind of pressure of having it tweeted and putting stories that he was second team or rotated first or second team, that's scary. Just another reason I can't pick them to go to the Super Bowl because of their offense.
Well, it seems weird. I mean, because if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar scout, can't you just show up? I mean, or
of course you can show up with the fans. You can, and the fans, everybody I see fans that are going to tweet the rotation, I'm going to retweet them.
I mean, you can. I guess, most fans don't have, 100,000 followers or whatever it might be, but it just seems dumb. And look, I go back to when Bill O'Brien ran us off, and booked all the rooms at the top of the Holiday Inn so nobody would be up there filming. And it's like, dude, what have you done that you're worried that somebody else is doing? And I know where Nick Caserio came from. It just seems like such an odd thing when training camp practices are open. It's what you're supposed to be doing as a reporter. You report what you see. It's almost like, why Kyle Shanahan's car accident was kept under wraps, and now they're keeping the body cam footage. What are you hiding? What are you afraid of?
Yeah, as soon as come out and saying it, getting it over with, anytime you reactive instead of proactive, it raises a lot of questions, especially in this day and age of social media. By the way, Jason, it's 146.
146,000 followers.
And change.
Yeah. I'm just glad you got your Twitter back.
Wow.
Mad Dog.
Yes.
Me too.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So who's going to be the starting right guard? No, okay. Don't want to get you in trouble.
Starting right guard is going to be Ed Ingram. Starting right tackle, Braden Smith. Center, Keelan Rutledge. Left guard at first, Wyatt Teller, and then left tackle, Ariante Ursery.
Man, look at that.
Nice. Now, see, they're not going to say anything to Mad
I
Dog.
don't need to see any stinking rotation.
They're not going to say anything to Mad Dog.
No, he'll bite them.
That's it.
Get the rabies shots and everything. John, enjoy your weekend, my friend.
Guys, thank you very much. I look forward to you having a great time out in the cool weather.
We certainly will. Make sure you're following Mad Dog on Twitter at McLean_on_NFL. John McLean and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.
Just another great example that guys will do anything to win the affection of a female, even get bit by a dog and get rabies shots. And she didn't even show up. Holy cow.
Typical Waco chick.
Typical. We got a lot to wrap up here as we get set to, pack up our things and get ready to head out to Oxnard. But more to do. Keep it right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out.
I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
If alcohol or drug use is hurting you or someone you love, you are not alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. There is help, there is hope. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741 or visit cicada.org.
Tamalitos Authentic Mexican Food is now available at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. And don't forget, Tamalitos Restaurants is giving away over $1,000 at the upcoming Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Yes, JCPenney has thousands of back-to-school items under $10. And when you join JCPenney Rewards Access today, you can get a $10 cash pass too. Learn more at jcp.com/rewards. Yes, JCPenney. Exclusions apply.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
If you spit on me or pee on me,
there's going to be a fight.
We are fighting. And we haven't even gotten to poop yet. And if that happens...
Well, if somebody's throwing poop, I'm running.
Well,
I got other problems.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit me with poop, it's going to be on my back.
As soon as someone digs in the trousers and comes out with a handful, you're gone. I can picture Rob like leaving his wife behind.
Nope.
She's like, "Where are you going?"
I got to go.
She looked over. "Where are you going, Rob?"
"Doc, honey, Doc."
You get run.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Cowboys sideline reporter Krista Scales, and you're listening to South Texas's home for Dallas Cowboys football. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mad Dog McClain. I mean, in all the years you've been talking to John McClain, you didn't know that, huh?
No. Nor have I ever thought about the dude actually French kissing anybody.
Well, no. I'm telling you, women will make guys do crazy things.
Kind of like putting on a luchador mask.
You think I should or what? If you're watching on YouTube, if you're not, I'll give you a little time to get there.
Yeah, wait till the end of the show. I don't know if I could take you seriously if you do that for the next 20 minutes.
Dude, you don't take me seriously anyway.
Yeah, but seriously, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Just because, I said something. Reinagel the wrestler.
Wait a minute. I got her.
Come on.
Eyes here.
Come on.
Oh, they gave you a small, huh?
I can't see a damn thing out of this.
Pull.
Go figure. Your head's too big.
Hey.
Reinagel's got a big head.
Dude, is that your nose coming out of the mouth?
Where the hell's the eyes of these things? Is it up here?
They're up there, the wrinkles on your forehead.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah. Look at that.
You look like a gimp.
The joke I was about to make.
Now I can see.
Yeah. Reinagel, a Hall of Famer with RCW Wrestling.
I look pretty good in this thing, man.
Got this mask in the mail. There's no way you can do up the back of that. I mean, you talk about a guy wearing a schmedium.
Dude, I got a big head.
I mean,
That's
we've all known that. Anybody that's known you for a long time knows that you have an ego that won't fit through the door.
Well, it looks pretty good. I should have been a luchador.
You should. You got to drive home like that.
The cops will arrest me.
For what?
The damn bank was just robbed. Is that you?
That's you, man.
Holy cow.
You're going to stop at the Megaplex later trying not to be recognized.
That's it.
It's National Orgasm Day. You might as well.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I know.
Your wife's out of town.
Can you imagine?
That mask and his tuggy.
They would scare.
Oh no, it's what is it? What's it called?
Snuggie.
A snuggie.
Tuggy.
A tuggy?
Tuggy.
Tuggy?
I thought it was a snuggie.
I thought it was too.
No, a snuggie's like a normal blanket that you put.
So the tuggy is just one that just covers your yeah.
Yeah, and I think your
twig and berries.
Your hiney is exposed.
Now all that. Well, dude, you're the one that has it. I mean, I'm sure you've tried it on.
I don't know where. No, I've never taken it out of the
come
box,
on!
dude.
You
Come
never.
on.
You weren't curious at all.
No,
you weren't just gonna see if it would fit.
Why would I?
Curiosity. You're human. You're a dude.
So you would have tried it on?
Well,
Is that
of
what you're telling
course.
me? Oh my god!
I mean, if you're telling me you didn't, I call BS on that.
Well,
I mean, Pledge would have tried it on.
It's possible. I don't know.
You know. I mean, now, your wife's been out of town for a week. She's going to come home, spice things up before you're gone for a week. You're going to put on the wrestling mask and the tuggy and...
Honey, let's wrestle.
Round 2. See if we can go 12 rounds tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get any action wearing this thing. I have a feeling that would be a no.
Just needs a zipper on the mouth.
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, what are you into, Pledger?
No kidding. He's like torture and stuff, right? Isn't that like a
S&M?
Yeah.
Bondage act?
BDSM?
Dude, I saw a thing the other day on Instagram, a reel that somebody sent to me, and it was a chick, and she had all this, and one of the comments were, "How many dogs do you have?" I don't think those are for the dogs.
No. Dude, I just want to pile drive somebody now. I mean, I'm really feeling like
wait till Jorge comes in the studio again. I mean...
I just saw Jorge walk out the door.
Again, yes.
Well, he's got stuff to do, man,
Joe Nacho.
Joe, yeah, I like that nickname.
One is calling you Senor Blue Ball.
Oh, the things I do to entertain you folks.
You're entertaining yourself. This has nothing to do with the audience.
I really am.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you were wanting to
on.
put that on earlier, but you were like, it'll mess up my hair before we go on.
It will, and I will take it off before the show's over, so everybody can make fun of that if they want to.
Yeah, no, you got to do this for the next one. Why do you keep looking over like that?
Am I scaring you,
man? A little bit. I mean, you look too much like A.J. Hoffman with that thing on.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you look over at that bald head.
I'm taking it off.
Yeah.
The last guy I want to ever look like is A.J. Hoffman.
I think he wants to pile drive you.
I mean, I'm trying to piss him off. Here we got it.
Oh my goodness. Well, Cowboys Training Camp. All right, this thing bugs the hell out of me.
You know you're going to wear that later.
Looks like you just saw Sydney.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't, but
you will.
Uh-huh.
And you guys, too.
Yes.
Can get out to Circa Las Vegas with us in about a month. We will be out there live at Circa Las Vegas for their Ultimate Contest weekend. We'll be out there doing our shows on August 27th and 28th, and then we're staying for the weekend. And you too can go. All the details are online at sasportstar.com.
So, Pledge, that picture doesn't go out to the masses?
It does not.
That's just for pleasure.
That's too bad.
That's my background for this computer.
Well, of course it is.
Of course it is. Yes.
Franklin wants to know, why does Joe look like the worst superhero wrestler of all time? He is a Hall of Famer. Where's the respect? You can't treat him the way the Buccaneers have treated Baker Mayfield.
Now, surely...
Franklin, show him that respect.
Surely this thing, they make him bigger than this.
That's what she said. Coyote says he's going to Circa.
Attaboy.
Awesome.
Attaboy.
He also says Joe needs to get a brush.
Yeah. Probably do, but it's okay. I'll be good. See that? It is real, everybody. Everybody thinking I'm wearing a hairpiece here. Real thing.
Nobody thinks you wear a hairpiece.
They think I diet and all this stuff.
Yeah, they think you do all kinds of stuff.
I don't do any of that stuff.
Never seen it wet.
Okay. Why would you, Pledge?
Now, granted, I mean, well, I have. I mean, swimming pools, Circa Las Vegas. I mean, it's real.
Well, it is. It is.
I've seen it messed up.
Uh-huh. Well, so is everybody that listens to this show on a regular basis because they saw that Sydney video.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome.
Sydney and 85 others that look just like
Well, and that's the thing about Circa. Sydney's just a dime a dozen.
One of many.
Yes.
One of many.
I would give Derek Stevens a lot of credit, man. And I don't know who has that job to hire those girls.
A lady named Erica.
A lady?
Yeah.
What a waste.
What?
Dude, somebody else, I'd like to have that job.
Dude, you would get fired. You're a walking HR complaint if you had that job.
That would be.
It'd be a good day and a half.
That'd be a dream job, wouldn't it?
You think you'd make it a full day?
Well, I don't know. Who knows?
Dude, you wouldn't be able to stand up to shake their hand after the interview. You'd just sit behind the desk. All right, we'll call you later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bang.
Here's the follow-up interview. Uh-huh.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Love. I
You
can't,
just walk
can't wait
in,
to
you're
go.
hired.
Can't wait. No. It wouldn't be that way.
No?
The hell no.
What would your?
They got to work for it?
Well, I'd have to make sure that the customers are going to be satisfied. They'd have to try on the uniform.
I think if Sydney were to walk in, the uniform fits. That's obvious. Now, you might want to try it on, but she would already have the job.
Well, I don't know that. And this is a chauvinist thing, but it is what it is because women sell. That happens,
yes.
right? So, if you're out at a pool like they have at Circa, then that's what the customers expect.
Yes.
Even the female customers expect that.
Absolutely.
So I would have to make sure that it lines up with the status.
And again, you could see her walk in and know that the uniform's going to fit just fine. But I do agree with you. You would have to try it on.
Well, of course you would have to. You have to try it on. Franklin says he gets HR complaints because he listens to the show at work.
Earbuds, man.
Yeah.
Simple solutions. But you still have your job, so that's fine.
That's good.
And
You're
you
in
should
good
get
shape.
your coworkers, instead of complaining, to listen, to join the party, like Mass Mandito, who just said, "Hey guys, love the show. Follow y'all on IG. Been listening to the station for a real good while. You guys crack me up. Love the job y'all do." See,
we love the fact that you listen, man. We appreciate that.
Franklin says he works at a 55 and older apartment complex, and all the old ladies are appalled at Spicy Bill Taylor.
Spicy and naked. Hey, Franklin, let me tell you something. I do really well with 55 and over, so I don't believe you. I go to picks. I can't. I'm mauled.
This is true. I can't say that.
Sure you can.
Say it.
I can't. I can't.
Dude, Minix was amazed the last time I was in picks. How many times I got hit on.
Dude, again, when I can't say that.
And my wife was there even.
When she said she wanted to take her teeth out.
I
was like, no.
I was like, okay.
A little gummy?
I don't know.
You would need some. Just for that.
I've never experienced that, so I don't know.
Sounds like Joe was going to get one.
Well, Minix
Oh,
probably.
you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
Look.
Minix probably blocked me.
No, your wife was there.
Yes, she was.
And you were glad she just wasn't right there when that was said to you. But further, as you guys get ready for the weekend, today is National Orgasm Day. And as we learned today, with some great statistics by somebody, 47% of people are having sex while at work. And I forget the exact number, 30-some-odd% in cars. So,
at work, in the parking lot,
yeah,
right?
Well, clearly in the parking lot.
Okay, well, I mean, you know, just saying they're still at work. It's just
they're still at work.
Lunch break or something. Got you.
Talk about a smoke break.
Hey-o. Oh, my goodness. It is Friday. I hope everybody's having a great Friday afternoon. We certainly are. Obviously excited about the fact that we get on an airplane Sunday afternoon and head out to Los Angeles, California. The beauty of that is, or you say the beauty of it, you land in L.A., it's still about an hour and a half drive out to Oxnard.
Yeah.
So we get out there, but it's a beautiful drive. Depending either way, whether you take the freeway or the Pacific Coast Highway, beautiful drive. Although the PCH is fantastic.
It is, but you know we're in a hurry to get out there. So we
are. Why?
Because the boss is listening.
Oh, yes.
We got to go to work.
Rudder room.
We can't stop at the
Can't stop where?
At the beach.
I mean, we can.
A lot of beaches on the PCH.
You got to get content, though.
Well, we can get content.
You make it a work stop. You can
go
hug a seal.
We can
jump in the ocean.
Shoot like a lot of videos, and this is the California way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
All of that.
Yes.
You know, I was given the company credit card today. So we're
nice.
We're good to go.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
My worry is, though, what's the limit on that thing? $100?
It's a great question. I was just told to be responsible.
Yes, be responsible. All right.
There's a reason they gave it to me and not you.
Pledge, I know you have a show for 30 minutes today, right?
I do.
Is that right? Because we got Rangers and Astros coming up at 6:30 here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Until then, though, you can listen to the Pipes of James Pledger, Extra Innings with Pledger. That is coming up next. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning, AJ and Rob. 6 a.m. Monday morning.
They'll be a little jealous here in San Antonio.
They're going to be a little sad, I think, Monday. So cheer them up while you do that. And then, of course, Minix and I live from Oxnard, California, Monday at 2 o'clock. Until then, everybody, hope you have a great weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible port and no cash access and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 60 months on a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom and don't make any payments until October. Or drive home a new 2026 Traverse for just $36,999. Or lease a new 2027 Equinox LT for just $399 a month. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, get any size mattress for one low price, starting at $249.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Brisket sandwiches, beef tacos or enchiladas, and more. Tamalitos Restaurant on 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300